the middle of the 11's a little green, so it disappears. Look, you can see through the 11. That's nuts. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on into the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're with the Crypto Lifer. It's 10 a.m. Ready to rock, 10:10. Ready to rock, ready to go. Let's get into the charts. Let's break it down. Let's do what we do every single day. Unconscious relation, busting it out right now, getting it in. Shout out to each and every one of you. So we just had a big spike in price. If you didn't notice, every single coin just went up. One, you name it. It doesn't matter what you were holding. You just got a little bit of a pump to the upside. We talked about CPOOL yesterday. CPOOL went up a nice little quick 10% gain to the upside. We talked about GMT3L. That was the call of the day in my trading group, and we banged on them for 38% gains. And actually, it made another flag and produced another set of gains right here. If you were able to pick up what I'm putting down, you would know what a falling wedge is, a flag, and that flag just banged out again with the Bitcoin pop to the upside here. And we'll take a look at what that gain was. So we would have put you onto this coin, we would have given you the knowledge, and you could have been able to figure these things out all on your own. Also, to blow your mind or make you kind of get crazy, these are called emerging or ascending cup and handle, semi-cup and handle to the upside. And how would you know where the price was going to go? Well, you could take the length of the pole and swing it here. And that basically gave you the target pretty much on point right there. And that's what's called, if you right-click this and you're savvy enough to have it in your settings, that's what's called a measured move, and you can label that a measured move. So pretty nice, right? And that is what's called the measured move, folks. Shout out to anyone that took the measured move and banged on him in the trading group. And where is my guy? Where's my gains guy? Where's my gains guy? There he is. Shout out to Sean, my man, all the way across the globe, doing his thing with me. GMT3L for 38.82% gain. Sean, I love you. Shout out to Porter. Shout out to John. Shout out to all my whole team. Shout out to my wife. And we're doing it. We're doing it, man. Appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to all my analysts in the trading group. Shout out to Stack McChange. Shout out to Anku Kutsi Butsu. Illuminated Nothing. Shout out to my man. Renair. Love you, brother. And shout out to Kevin Calderon, the 4 soldiers that have held me down this whole time. Appreciate each and every one of you. As many people want to stay dedicated, you guys have been very, very dedicated to the Lifer. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Today is my favorite day of the year. It's June 21st. I named my daughter Summer for a reason. Today is what am I doing here? Hold on. Sorry about that. This must have moved on me somehow. I do not know why I moved that. And let me see, give me some headroom. All right. Sorry about that. Oh, actually, I hit the wrong thing too. Apologize. Oh, that's why. Sorry. It was right all along. All right. This is I'm getting weirded out with my own setup because I forgot I was in a new place. I'm like, wait. So sorry, everybody. Let me get focused, situated. I wasn't really saying much, but let me get focused and situated. Let me get that ticker on. Let's get it moving. Actually, I realized too I was a little hot on the ticker yesterday. Let me get that up. Oh yeah, and I adjusted this back. I want to be way over here now where I'm supposed to be. There we go. All right. Get this out of here. That white doesn't need to be there. All right. I think we're good to go now. Sorry about that. All right, so look, here's the emerging cup and handle for GMT. This was the original trade that we put out right here in the trading group. If you look at the gains on gain section here, we banged on them. And, yeah. I blame Danny the technician, not Danny Senior, Danny the technician. Damn you, Danny. But look, we put this out at 3:57, bam, 3:57 p.m., right? And it would go up at 7:30 in the morning, 38.82% gains for the group. So shout out to each and every one of you that may or may not have traded that, maybe put that on your radar. Then basically, I put it on your radar, you look at it, something I'm looking at, and then you have to kind of put it on your own charting system, see if it fits your risk management. If it does, you jump on in, you take those gains. So shout out to anyone that did take those gains. We nailed it yet again. We were able to take advantage of that bump in Bitcoin. Sol 3S comp also up a little bit, making a bit of a move. Let's talk about Bitcoin right now. What did Bitcoin just do? Just did a bit of a funny move. All right. I'll tell you what right now. I mean, this is bearish divergence because that's a sharp swing up. It's like class B bearish. That's a sharp swing up, but this is not. Also, though, look, shoulder, kind of a head and a little right shoulder. I've seen that play out as a head and shoulder. Last night, when I pointed out to my trading group, and I had to say right before I went to bed, I said, you know, as much as I was, you know, and I was bearish up until like 8 or 9 last night. I kept waiting. I was still bearish. I had a short open, waiting for the short. The short got here. When we did not break this level, that's when I kind of started, see, when we got above the point of control, I realized it was likely that my short wasn't going to play out, you know, and I had to close it in a loss. I'll be dead honest with everyone. I had to close it in a loss. And sucks, but it wasn't a bad loss, you know, $300, and yeah, I move on. And, you know, I was in profit many times, too. Should have taken it, but at the same time, I was playing the idea that we were in this rising wedge here and that we had bearishly retested this area, which we did numerous times. See? But we eventually would break back in, fall out again, break back in, and then continue to the upside. So now what do I see happening? I still am bearish, honestly, and I'll tell you why. Because the 4-hour hasn't completed any type of cycle, and we're still very high. We're about to hit the 200-day, you know, moving average here on the 1-hour time frame. You see we're going to touch that yellow move, and that's going to be a rejection point. You can see we're already kind of wicking down from it as well. However, bulls just need to hold this level for us to remain bullish. It's quite simple. You can see the point of control here on the VRVP, the visible range volume profile. And you can see right now we're at about 20,573, getting a bit of a bounce off this to the upside. And again, check this out. Once I got rejected here, we came up. Once we broke through the point of control, I'm out on the short. You get what I'm saying? Because my short was based on the fact that we would get rejected by this area. We did not. Then we came and used that as a support, and bang, that's where you could make a nice little long. Now, the 1 hour was high, but the 15-minute, see? The 15-minute would have given you the call, see? And that's why I like to trade the 15-minute a lot. It tends to give me these moves when every other time frame is, you know, 4 hours overbought, 1 hour's kind of drifting a little too high. You're not sure. You look for the 15, and the 15, boom, 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 bangs to the upside. Shout out to everybody here. Everyone, we have 500 people on the first day of summer. My favorite day of the year. My favorite day of the year. I named my daughter Summer because I love summer so much. Today is my favorite day of the entire year. I'm so blessed to share it with each and every one of you. I was already outside. I was outside working out. Right before I worked out, these rabbits just surrounded me like a bunch of little bunnies. No, and they were coming up right to me. Like, usually bunnies are afraid of you, right? They were hanging out. They were like, yeah, we want to chill, you know? I was like, okay, what's up, guys? Thanks for hanging out, you know? It was so funny. But yeah, I mean, big drop coming for alts, especially Sol and MATIC, Blessed Auto Group. I don't know. Super chats are open. Please send in those super chats for TA and deep dives. Was short yesterday. Makes me so happy you were short also. Thanks, Lifer Belgian. No, they pulled a rug over everybody's head. But if you were in my trading group, I did say, see, that's the thing about me is I'll be, and I said, you got to stay open-minded, right? And we had this idea here, and that's an inverted head and shoulder that's going to break up 68% of the time. Your measured move is the length of the neck to the headline, and that's going to give you your target to the upside. And look, that's basically where we went, you know, by like off by a few dollars. 21,572. We went to 21,611, 624. So you're off by 50 bones if you just play traditional technical analysis and long this inverted head and shoulder to the upside. At that point, I was yesterday exhausted me, honestly. Yesterday exhausted me, an exhausting trading day with the way they played with Bitcoin at 25, 20,005, 20,005, 20,000. It was excruciating to watch, honestly. One of the days I actually put in a long day of trading. Normally I'm trying to swing trade or, you know, yes, because of my family and I'm running the group. Yesterday I actually sat here and traded, like staring at the screens. And my God, it was like, you know, normally I'm setting trades, setting alerts, but I got sucked in by the price action yesterday. I kept saying I was going to go downstairs, going to go do this, and I kept being like, but 25, at 20,004. If you got sucked in by price action, let me know yesterday. It was insanity. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Try not to let it happen to you. Use alerts and walk away. Don't let them steal our time like that. Cup and Handles, Lifer/Frankie coming soon. Shout out to Crypto Billy 111. Yeah, dude, shout out to Frankie Candles if you're out there, and the Candle Mafia. Appreciate each and every one of you. Someone called me a capo in the Candle Mafia yesterday. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Just sent over to the PayPal for the yearly Discord subscription. I appreciate you offering such an amazing deal. Thank you. Wow, another yearly subscription right now. Getting paid. Unbelievable. And she's letting y'all know she just signed up for the year. Wendizzle, much respect for you and yours. Thank you for signing up for the year. That's amazing. That's amazing. I can't believe I earned your trust. Thank you very much. I will continue to work so hard, and I promise I will learn more and do more, and I know there's more to do, and I'm not done yet. So thank you very much for all your time, everybody. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It was exhausting, wasn't it, Blessed Auto Group? My short-term shorts did well. Yeah, we were up in the short term. I agree with you. We were up in the short term. Exactly. Shout out to Preston Collins in the game. You're the man. Shout out to Wendizzle. My bot was having a good time yesterday. I know, I heard that too. Here, fiance thought I was crazy last night. Funny. Still holding a premium above 48K. Okay. Let's go win-win. You're funny. Win-win. Love y'all. Love learning. Shout out to the volatility for the win. Yeah, Ankukubi, you should always set stops into profit. Scotty Swing, Wendizzle will be sniping on all of us now. Right? You're funny. Wendizzle is win-win. Oh, yeah, I get it. Win-win. If you trade 10% daily from $100, after 10 days, you got $1 million. Oh, come on, man. If you trade 10% daily from $100 after 100 days. Oh, yeah, 100 days, you got $100 million. Yeah, if you could take, yeah, in 100 days, you can take $100 and turn it into $1 million by doing 10% a day. It's possible. Yeah. 3% a day will get you to like 170,000. Mark Wahlberg needs TA. You're funny. Let's kick you out and reassess fresh. Love you all here. Stack McChange. Kick who out? Kick me out? Let's check heat map. I can't check the heat map. I keep asking Bookmap. They got to help me out. I forget how to, I have people do a lot of things for me and I move at the speed of light. And honestly, I need Bookmap to help me to get Bookmap up and running. They gave me a code and all this stuff. I don't remember it. I never logged in like a normal person. So I just needed help with Bookmap. I did send them a message on Discord last night and I have reached out to them. I'm sure I'll get it up and running by tomorrow. If someone wants to post a heat map for me, we can look at it. So I'm so sorry about that. Mark was adopted. Bearish divergence everywhere. Price goes up because everybody's closing their shorts. Interesting. Yeah, people are freaking out closing their shorts, right? I see bearish div hardcore. You know, like when I look at the 4 hour, that's bearish div class B bearish divergence. Let me show you what I'm saying. If you take the stochastics even, right, you see that's like a flatter or downtrend, and this is a sharp uptrend. You see that? So it's also from this from this node to this node, it's hidden bearish because look, this is swing down to swing down. Look, swing down to swing down, right? But when I sit here, I have swing up to swing up if I match this angle. And to me, that's hidden bearish divergence. It tells you that you should drop to the downside. You did get above this high volume node though, and we're gonna take a deep dive into all this interesting nonsense. All right, it's not nonsense, but some days it feels like it is. The minutia of the back and forth, you know. And that's why I can't stand the VPVR, because it does all that funky stuff. That's why I kind of really prefer just grabbing this from the back end and yanking it down there and just, you know, and it'll grab you at the same point of control. It'll nail 1-2 points, 1-2 points. It gets you what you need. So some days I just take off the VPVR. It's a bit of a pain, but it's nice to have. All right. So at the end of the day, bulls need to hold this level 21,500. Nice push for Bitcoin. It was all about 25 yesterday, 20,005. I said, if we can't get above it, short. If we get above it, don't short. You know, it was basically that simple. Once this candle closed above 20,005, the shorts were over. It was time to get out of the short. At 1 a.m. too. Perfect, right? Perfect timing. So, point of the story is, and then the inverted head and shoulder would play to the upside. We'd make a falling wedge here on the 15-minute. I woke up this morning. I saw us dumping, and I said, look for Bitcoin to bounce off this level. Likely it would, because we were low in the stochastics RSI. Stochastics RSI are a great indicator to help you swing trade in and out to the up and the downside. I'm telling you right now, the best swing trading tool in the world since I started using it are the stochastic RSI. I love them. I love them. Greatest indicator in the game, you know. Last time the 4-hour Stokes got pinned up like this, it was the Memorial Day weekend pump. Kevin Tam. I remember, yeah, right? And it's funny, we're going to the first day of summer. It's kind of a similar idea, right? Everyone starts to hang out. We are pinned on the 4-hour. All right? Very pinned on the 4-hour. But, like, look at this. I mean, so messy. I can't stand it because it's, like, too many different charts. That's why I always, like, change it up. So, look. Now you can kind of see what's going on here. Look, you had this falling wedge play out to the upside with strong bullish divergence. And remember, I kept talking about this bullish divergence. I went over it on many different occasions. 4-hour bullish divergence. It does tell you you should get higher than the previous trend. And you did have the shoulder head and the shoulder here too. That hasn't even hit its target. I can't stand that when I hit that. I hit Apple I and it does that. That's got to stop. I'm about to remove last pass for that. What a pain. Always something, man, that people, you know, I'll add this. But, like, there's always something. Now I can't use, yeah, I'm getting rid of last pass right now. I'll tell you why. Even though I like it and I use it, I just can't use it right now on my, I got to unpin it. Right? Maybe it won't, maybe when I unpin it, it won't. Let me see. I'll bring it over here. This is a horrible thing because I use Alt-I all the time. It's like a huge teaching tool for me. And for some reason, it keeps doing, it's a shortcut for LastPass, which is the most annoying thing that I've ever seen in my life. You know, I'm forced to remove the LastPass extension if I want to continue to use my Alt-I. Yeah, so now it's not doing it anymore. That's sad. So we found a glitch for LastPass. It likes to take the keyboard shortcut of Alt-I and take it over. Even when, you know, and I don't want that. So, I mean, here's your point of control. We talked about this so much. If we were going to get rejected by it, you short. If not, you long. It's that simple. It is that simple. So if you're going to get rejected by it, you short. If not, you long. It's just that simple. Okay? And look, so that was, and the sad thing was, it was at 1 a.m. So, and we got rejected here. So I was in the short, you know, came up, bang, you know, but that's why I use a stop loss. That way, if you're going to bed, things don't go well, you get, at least you don't get beat to the ground. Okay. Now, how do you know where this is going to go? This is a falling wedge that breaks to the upside 68% of the time. It's that simple. It's just that simple, right? And you break back up to the upside. All right. Now, remember, we have bigger channels at play. We're going to show you on the weekly if you've been watching for a few days, but we do need to regroup on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday, the first day of summer. All right. Now, one thing I do have to talk about here is this is still a rising wedge, like, you know, that breaks down 68% of the time. No doubt about it. However, they do break out parabolically when they do break out. We are very pinned here. And my man said the last time we were this pinned, right here, look, May 22nd. And then we even got pinned here. But yeah, Memorial Day weekend, May 31st, right here. Yeah, Memorial Day weekend, we got pinned. Let's kind of see what happened here. We ended up having this rising wedge, but we would go sideways and Bart Simpson to the downside. All right. You can see even on the bigger idea here, we still have a massive point of control at 30,000, which is going to be rejection, and some at 28,005. We even have an area to deal with here at 23,008, and another area where we're right below at 22,500. You see that point of control right there sticking out. I'll make a line there too. That coincides with support and resistance. You know, sometimes it's like you could just use support and resistance or the point of control, but don't get lazy and not do support and resistance. I found myself using the point of control more often than not last week and realized that I got a little away from my support and resistance, and I didn't want to do that. And so I'm just telling myself now, because I want to make it clear, like, this is a great tool, but don't say you don't have to do support and resistance, because what will happen is one day you won't use one, you'll miss a key point that you would have obviously seen. It would have been so obvious to you had you stayed focused, had you stayed on point. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, today's a big day too, because today is the day of the beginner's course from 3 to 5. This does say Saturday 9 to 12. We do the first Saturday of every month, so it will be in a week in July, but this will be coming today from 3 to 5. Jump into the beginner's course. I'm going to go over the stochastics RSI, the MACD, the RSI, support and resistance, trend analysis. We're going to talk about how to make patterns. We're going to talk about divergences. You're going to get schooled to the language of the charts, things that you really need to know. They're going to change the way. I'm actually going to show you how I was able to purchase Bitcoin on the lows, my actual strategy of what I'm doing. It's an amazing, amazing. That alone is worth $99. Just watching my strategy for $99 for like the first, for 20 minutes. We also do proper risk management in there. We give you a stop loss calculator, things to figure out, all sorts of information, how to protect yourself. And we give you a PowerPoint at the end. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. Please look into that. It's for $99. And I always talk about, you could pay $99 to go see a film. You can go $99, some type of Broadway show. You could pay $99. That's actually pretty good. At least you get the experience and the memory. You can pay $99 to do anything, to go to a nice meal, to buy a shirt or tie, right? To buy a nice suit. All these things cost $99 or, maybe a half a suit nowadays. The idea behind all this is, when you invest $99 in yourself, it's with you forever. So you take this course doesn't leave you. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays in your mind for the rest of your life, and you knew that you took the course with the lifer. So, it's just something to think about. $99, invest in yourself. We're going to have a blast. We already have a pretty nice group of people, but I'd love to see you there. So make the decision to jump on in. Cowabunga, baby. Get it in. And if you paid for the year, we're throwing you in the class as well. So if you pay for the year today, we'll offer it one more day, $900 for the year. If you pay today, we'll also give you the class for free. That's an amazing deal. That's a $1,300 deal for $900. Bang, right there. All right. Shout out to anyone that jumped into the class. I really, really appreciate it. It's amazing. So look, rising wedges break up 68% of the 32% of the time, right? The measured move of this is the range, though. It's the length of the pole from price action range. Then you kind of put where you would break out. Kind of pretty close to the range there, which is interesting. You flip that upside down, that's how we trade like a rising wedge to the downside. See, a rising wedge broke down. See that? Sometimes putting things upside down, look, might have made you able to see this trade, rising wedge breaking to the downside, and you would, because then you would have been because when you want things to go up, you think the whole world's against you. Like, oh, it's not going to go up. But when you flip the trade upside down, you're like, yeah, I could see that dumping. Then you're like, maybe I should open the long. And that's why Alt-I is so key. Whatever you say, code word, Cowabunga, 900 for the year of 99 Lifer Trading Group. Today, if you enter code word CryptoLifers at Gmail. Really worth it for the class. Thank you, Manny Johns BQ. I appreciate you saying that. Okay, moving forward. So we're going to tackle Bitcoin. Don't worry. We're going to tackle it. We're going to figure out what's going on today. So we're getting pinned on the 4-hour. But it doesn't mean it's over. Also, daily is really wants to make a move to the upside too as well. And the daily now has a bullish engulfing. See, that was a bullish engulfing candle there. You could put that candle inside of it. You also had tweezer bottoms in the daily. Tweezer bottoms in the daily is a pretty big idea. You know what I'm saying? And look, you're curving to the upside, and the daily is very, very bullish. So you have a point of control to get over right there. Look, 22,000. So just like we did that on the small time frame, see how we got above it and we broke out? Same thing you're looking at here. You're looking for a breakout and a bounce. You get a candle close on the 1 hour, 4 hour time frame. That's going to be bullish for the daily time frame as well. 22 hour, I remember not looking too hot. Actually looks like it wants to take a massive dump. Recently, the daily was extended so long, but the 22-hour kind of came up and down, and the 22-hour was our sell signal here, look, for this massive short to the downside. So we're definitely getting some mixed signals for Bitcoin. Daily looking bullish, 22-hour not looking too hot. What do I do when that happens? Well, honestly, you got to kind of heed the 22 and the 6. Look, these are all extremely overbought time frames. 4 hour, even the 2 hour is getting cooked on you, you know? 1 hour has a little bit of a room, it wants to push up maybe, but even when I see that, it's like your secondary push, looking for some bearish divergence there if you can confirm, you know, confirmed bearish divvy on the game there. So also take a look here on the RSI, and right now it's like I don't really see too much divergence. They're kind of matched out on the 1 hour, pretty close, you know. You are at that 200-day moving average. That tends to be a rejection point, you know, unless you can shoot through it, which, you know, the 1 hour is showing you signs of life here. And then we go to the 15-minute. As I showed you, the 15-minute is my entry point. I like using the 15-minute to get in and out of trades. When I see the 15-minute get extended, usually it's a good point to get out, like right here before that dump, right here before this dump, right here in this area, right there. We went sideways, and kind of where we're getting right now. Also, if you couple that with the RSI being above the dotted line, those are going right there and right there. That was a high. Right there, that was a high. Right there, that was a high. It's very likely we're approaching a local high here at the top. And also you can see pattern trading up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, likely coming back to the bottom of the pattern, you know. Now, it doesn't say it's guaranteed to happen, all right? So that's why I project the flag at this moment in time. Right now is where you want to look at the flag. And with the flag, and why do I make a flag? Because the flag's going to kind of give you the insight as to what's going to happen inside this trade. We stay in the flag, it's very likely we're going to pump later on out of the 15-minute. Also, what will have to happen is this 21-day moving average will come and touch price action. This is something that I've been accustomed to watching. Now, this could Bart Simpson down. Anything could happen. But this is how you project the idea before it happens and get ready for the possible next move. How could this happen? Well, think about that. 1 hour has that little leg to swing to the upside there, right? And what will happen is this flag will either just get crushed or collapse or will start to fall down. And we could even be making a falling wedge. It doesn't have to be, and it, so it's one of four things are going to happen. The price is going to continue up. Does the price always continue up when you're this high on the stochastics RSI? Right there, we did not. We went up a little bit. So you could say it did a little bit there, but even when we got there, it said no, and then it confirmed some bearish divvy. Here, it was high on the RSI. We were done. Here, it was high on the RSI. A little bit of slumpage. We did go a little higher, though. But again, and then we created a bearish div that fell to the downside, too. This is what we were looking at yesterday. This is the short we started with yesterday, right? I called the short around this area, and we would start to dump to the downside, right? Shoulder, head, and a shoulder, bang. We would recover, play this game, and then, the rest would be kind of history after that. So I'm watching the 15-minute for Bitcoin to give me some confluence of what's happening, give me an idea of where we're going to go. Likely we'll drop back to the bottom of the pattern with the overbought 15-minute time frame, okay? But anything is possible. You always have to be open-minded. Keep a stop loss, and you never know where exactly what could be happening, but you got to have a plan. Falling broadening wedge on the 4-hour. Possible. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 240 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. When we had less people on the live, we used to get more like watchers. Like we had a close lit 300. Quickly, we got up to 280. I know people are just watching the live and you just forget to hit the like. You're watching it on your TV. You might not be hit the like. If you're driving in your car, pull over for a split second, hit that like. Some people are listening at work. Just get out, go to the bathroom for a second, hit that like button for me. If you're a farmer, we got a guy named Farmer D, loves to watch the stream. Please hit that like button, and jump on in. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a wonderful day, staying motivated, staying happy, and staying on top of the game. I love you all for being here, and I really, really appreciate my life and what we have going on in this community. So thank you very, very much. So yeah, we're going to watch this flag on the 15-minute for Bitcoin. If it stays in the flag when we reset on the stochastics RSI, it's likely we will continue to the upside. We're going to watch that closely. However, it could start to dump, and the 1 hour could then turn on us. Right now, I'm still slightly bearish, but we will see. We will see. We did break this beautiful point of control. We may come down and test it one more time. You never know. All right. Titan having a big move, but my hand just slipped, actually. So that wasn't me going to Titan. And it's funny, even start this flag on the 1 hour, but, and you can see, bang, we boom out. Look at that. And there's your little measured move. And look, the 7-minute was the only time frame that really would have given you the clarity for that. Okay? And that's why I use smaller time frames, because sometimes the price action moves in more miniature shapes. And it's hard to see what's going on. Like right now, the 7-minute is attempting, right, to make another flag here. And, or you could say it kind of broke out of that little mini flag. Look at that. Yeah. Has legs too, because if that's your flag, then you have this measured move. I can't wait. I want to show you the weekly chart. I got something else up my sleeve. We're going to break it down. 21,006 as Bitcoin continues to break up to the upside. It's a short squeeze in my humble opinion. Shorts are getting squeezed. Everyone who is short is now getting banged out. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. They're all just bailing out. People are panic selling their shorts. They're like, man, I shouldn't have been in the short. I'm now banged out. I should get out of the short, and that's what's going on. It's exactly what's happening. Now, what we want to see is a bearish divergence being created on this 7-minute. So what we want to see is a higher high get put in by the liquidations, and it won't be a real high. You get what I'm saying? That's what divergence is. It's when price action makes a high that's not real. That's not produced by real volume gains. It's produced by a fakeitude or some type of group of people that are on the wrong side of the market, So lemon coffee, pucker up. Wow, lemon coffee, that's amazing. Lemon doesn't go with creamer, though. You can't be sure of that. You never know. Lemon coffee, that's insane. Pull your vehicles over immediately. Yes, please. Thank you. If you want to get into the class, email CryptoLifers@gmail. Email CryptoLifers@gmail. My team will get your payment to PayPal or with cryptocurrency, and we will put you inside of the class. So that's something that we would like to do. Yeah, so we're looking for some bearish div here. We want to see Bitcoin make one more push to the upside and then produce a bearish div on the 7-minute which would give us the high. Remember, this is the bigger thing that we're in, the bigger rising wedge that we're in. Okay. See, we saw this. I mean, this was the inverted head and shoulder, and it broke out. Just funny, you know. And then I also was looking at this pennant last night. And it's funny, even though the whole market was short, last night I posted my group, and I'm like, even though I was short, I didn't, you know, to me, there was something weird going on. Shout out to Jason Casper. He was schlong, meaning he was short and long at the same time. And, you know, it's like, it made more sense to me when I woke up tonight. I was like, man, maybe I should have been schlong. You know, it's just funny. Shout out to Jason Casper. And honestly, I don't like admitting when my trade doesn't go well. I really don't like it. But honestly, it's like if I hit every single trade I ever posted, that I would be a complete liar, you know? So every once in a while, I have to admit when a trade doesn't go well, and I have to come out, you know, even though it's not, no one wants to do that. No one with a YouTube channel wants to do that. But look, we had this head and shoulder pattern. We were getting tight, but I said the bulls are looking for the point of control back at this trend, you know, point of control and this trend line to hold. This trend line did hold. And once this trend line held, you must have assumed that we were going to boom to the upside. Possible target now is 23,420. So just something to think about there too as well. Something to think about there too as well. All right. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. So like, see, even though you think something's going to happen, you must remain open-minded at all times. And that's what I was saying in the Discord. I was like, we must remain open-minded. We must remain open-minded. Zcoin banging on them to the upside. Zillicoin looking pretty nice. Let's take a look at Zill. Zill in a little bit of a flag. I was looking at this high what is it? HAI high, which is Hacken token. You know, looks like it's in a bit of a tight wedge, shoulder, head, and a shoulder in there too. 200-day moving average moving through the bottom of the pattern. 50-minute is oversold. Looking for a bit of a move here out of HAI. All right. Wow, we got so many coins, and some coins pumped hard today with that Bitcoin move. Tightens up to the upside nicely. Look at that. Huge gains. Phantom 3L also a nice play out of this wedge to the upside and still kind of gaining a little momentum there. KOK had a huge gain of 42% out of this falling wedge to the upside. TXA, we traded this a few times. Look, it double topped and it would drop to the downside, but it still is up 11%. Aave 3L, a nice play. All the blue chip coins following Bitcoin with a play to the upside. I'm looking at Zillicoin here. Why? It's in a bit of a flag as well. See this? And it's like a shoulder. See, that's kind of a head, almost a shoulder. It's a very, you know, illicit pattern. It's not easy to see. But something getting tight here. And again, no guarantees, you know, just something I'm looking at here on the possible 15-minute. Bitcoin would have to pump for this to agree. Like if Bitcoin dumps, you probably will struggle with this. You are dealing with this large point of control, so you're going to have some resistance, but you get above that. And you could see a nice move. You could even take this as your support and resistance. And boom, boom. And honestly, you don't even really need to use the VPVR. Support and resistance really tell you where people bought and sold anyway, right? Like it was here, right? It was here, and it was here. I mean, I like the visual of it, though, and it gives you kind of a few more actualized areas to watch. But, you know, that's, you know, so. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We need the like. Guys, if you keep hitting that like, you're going to get us to 1,000 viewers on the live. We have 676 people. We're about to breach 700 people on the live stream, but you got to get us to 1,000 viewers on the live. It's you people that got me to this 680. It was you people that hit the like button when I used to have only 100 people, 10 people. I started my channel with 1 subscriber. There was a day when my first live stream ever went on. I don't know how many people were there. It was probably 8 or 9. Okay, now the fact that we have 677 people is a dream come true. It's a blessing. What a blessing. But, you know, please hit that like button. Continuously hit that like button. If you get us to 500, 600, 700, you're going to get 1,000 people on the live. And you guys can change my life drastically. So if you love that, and if my life changes, then I'm going to rent, you know, mansions for the lifers. We're going to have fun. You can join the Discord. More things are going to happen to your life if you align yourself with me and hit that like button. So why not let a huge party get started with all of us? Be super positive. Believe that anything can happen. Hit that like button and help me get to these amazing, amazing achievements. 1,000 people on the live would be unbelievable. We've done it a few times. It would be unbelievable. It would be such a blessing. But the true, and also we would show people how not to get rocked and wrecked too. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a lifer mansion party, baby. Smashing those likes. Chemistry Barrel, I think after the first 50K, I would start an LLC and transfer assets to it. That way you're not looking at capital gains for each transaction. The honesty is helpful was a good run, but got a bit greedy, and now we recalibrate the discipline. Yeah. 701 lifers from around the world. Thank you for the 340 likes. Just one click truly helps others find their lifer community. Thank you for saying that. I almost posted Titan, but didn't. Why didn't you, man? You're slipping on us, man. Post it. Just say I'm watching this. Just say I'm watching this. Doesn't mean you have to commit. Just say, hey, I'm looking at this. Bitcoin ETF for shorting goes live this week, adding more volatility. Oh, wow. What's your predicted bottom if you have to put a number on it? Honestly, I don't do that because then you'll think something is. I believe anywhere between 8 and 15K is a steal and a beautiful price for BTC. So just, that's what I say. And I dollar cost average and buy. I do know this is the best time to be buying Bitcoin. I'll tell you that straight faced. If you're not buying Bitcoin, I don't know what to tell you. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say you should be taking as financial advice. But if you don't understand the concept of what Bitcoin is, what it does, and kind of how it's going to revolutionize Web 3.0 and become a main staple in possibly all of our lives, I don't know what to tell you. So scarcest asset, Holmes Law, you have Moore's Law, you have all these digital ideas with the growth of digital autonomy and how it's moving forward in the speed of light. So, and Bitcoin it's on the tail of that. It's grabbing the tail of that rocket ship, and it's going to be one of the main assets that goes all the way to the moon. That's what everyone doesn't realize. It's a tech. Like, it is a high tech. Everyone's like, oh, it's a dinosaur, it's old. Like, you don't think Bitcoin will eventually get upgraded and certain things will happen to it? It has the ability to transform itself into the new age of Web 3.0. The dollar bill doesn't have that, right? Gold doesn't have that. So, like, already in your mind, like, you need to be aligning yourself with investments that are able to absorb where money is going. And Bitcoin already has done that, and it's proven that in the last 10 years. That's a reason why it's been continuously growing to the upside. Everyone, you just got us to 700 viewers because you hit that like button. If you keep doing it, you're going to get us to 800. Show us that love, man. 300 new people jumping on in. All you got to do is hit that like button for a nice guy like me. Ding. Thank you so much, please. And maybe sometimes it helps if we get a visual for you. I was saying that, we get a little bit of a visual. Please hit that like button. There you go. You got it, right? Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can find out when we post our next video. There you go. Thank you. All right. So we're looking at Zilliqua. If Bitcoin pumps here, Zilliqua will get a nice little pump. I open this up and caution it. Maybe we get a bigger right shoulder. Chance we go a little lower. Doesn't mean that trend line has to hold for sure. But look, this 15-minute does want to pop to the upside. Zilliqua looking for some 16% scalping gains. Yeah, I would put Zilliqua on your radar. Do your own charting and look at it. And if it fits your, your proper risk profile and your management system, then by all means, But again, don't do anything a YouTuber tells you. Don't do anything anybody else tells you at all. I never make a trade based on what someone else tells me to do, so I would never tell you to do the same. Okay? Honestly, I can't tell you anything to do. All I can tell you to do is to be a great person, have a good life, and be disciplined in all of your journeys. All right? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, and I appreciate it greatly. So Zilliqua, trying to make a move there, 16.87% gain to the upside if it can make. However, look, 15-minute is getting a little high on the moving averages, and in the 1 hour, you're a little spot away from the 21-day moving average. Says you have a little more downside. So there's some risk involved here. It's not the best trade. If a trade was 1 through 10, I would give it a 4, and I would give it like a 5.5. Like, it's got some prerequisites, right? But I'd be very cautious on it as well, especially with what Bitcoin's doing right now. We're not exactly, sure what game it wants to be playing here. All right. There's the bearish divergence just got confirmed, as I was talking about there. See, on the 7-minute time frame, bearish divvy right there. Swing up to swing up, but swing down to swing down. All right. Yeah, you go candle body to candle body. That's definitely a swing up. All right. Now we go back to our other channel that we had drawn here. And you can see, like, we're at the top of it now, And look, we'll get rid of this one for now. We'll get rid of all this work here. But look, that flag went up and it broke to the upside. The second you see a flag, you just got to draw the measured move and project the idea that it'll break out. Pretty, So we have two ideas. You're in this bullish pattern. You're in this channel, right? Up, down, get rid of this too. And the moving average for a second. I just like to clear my head. There's so much clutter. I like to just see price action nice and clear, right? So this morning we woke up and we were right here, and I'm like, well, Bitcoin's probably going to come down and either bounce off this support or this line. And then once it bounced here, I started with this trend line. So now you're making this rising wedge. And if you break out of the rising wedge, you're going to basically create a short squeeze out of nowhere. Were there enough people shorting right now, or have enough people turned long, And that's why I really want to see my bookmap, man. Not having bookmap right now is throwing me off. Shout out to the beautiful people at Bookmap. Bookmap is an amazing, amazing amazing product. I just want to get it on my travel laptop. I forgot to load it. Let me make sure. Maybe I did have it on my travel laptop. You never know. But I don't think so. You know. No. I got to download it. I got to get a login. I got to get into Bookmap, you know. So right now we're getting rejected. Slight bearish div on the 7-minute. Could begin to play out. Look, we had bearish div here too, you know. And it started to play out right here. But again, it took some time before it eventually really, we could kind of continue on out of that. So that's why I play stochastics. To me, they're the most accurate. They have a little more punchy room, but they're kind of turned into the downside here. So the stochastics are rising wedge on the 7. Likely we're going to drop to the downside. All right. Back to either the bottom of this pattern, or if we break that, back down here to that big time support. Okay. So right now, that's what I see. A little bit of pullback for Bitcoin, back to possibly 20,000, 21,200. Again, it would be nice if you hold psychological support at 21,500. That'd be an amazing, amazing thing. So kind of right above one of these two lines. So we shall see. Can Bitcoin make a flag, a bull pennant here, and eventually stay out? Or does it break on out, retest, and continue upside to the upside? 7-minute will give us kind of that confirmation in the next, like, I don't know, hour to hour and a half at the very most. 15-minute will do the same. 1 hour is telling you that you're getting oversold, but yeah, and you have momentum, though. You still have momentum. You still have momentum. And the 4 hours just cooked. But you have like a bullish engulfing candle. Look at that. So some mixed signals for Bitcoin. Where's your next big resistance is right here where we had a bounce. So Bitcoin's probably going to get to about 21,980 before it gets banged out and rejected. And we can basically maybe get a move back to the upside. So something to think about here for Bitcoin. All right. Man. So that's why I don't know what's going to happen. I project my flags. You see? And I just watch them on smaller time frames, and they'll give me they'll basically confirm or deny what I'm believing very fast, like in the next hour, and then I can reassess what I'm believing, because otherwise you'll sit in limbo all day, and you can't sit in limbo all day, right? You know. So another kind of funky day here for Bitcoin. Look, tweezer topping though. That is now that is confirmed bearish div on this RSI. All right. So, and again, we're going to watch this flag, and hopefully we dump back down to the bottom of the pattern, which is most likely this rising wedge should break down, but anything is possible. You have to tell yourself you do not know, okay? The second you're like, oh, I know, it's going to drop. I'm going to short that right now, and then they're going to short squeeze the whole market and then bang you out again. And so you must heed the warnings. You must take a deep breath. You must just take it for what it is, all right? And you got to play it, and most people don't want to do this work. And that's why I tell everyone, too, what you can do is you can use alerts on the stochastics RSI instead of having to wait to see if this whole thing plays out. By the time that hits, this should have played out and filled the alert system. So something to think about, too. Remember last night we had this shoulder, head and shoulder, which continued to dump, too. Amazing that we still got held by the support for Bitcoin. All right. So we had gains on GMT3L. CPOOL was a nice little gainer, too. Not nothing huge. About like 11% gains for CPOOL, Clearpool, right? Yeah, 11.6 too. It's actually holding this level now pretty well, and then it bounced again on that 7 for another like 4 or 5% gains. But just showing you that, I wouldn't play it anymore. You know, it could be cooked. I do TI on anything though. It's funny. Maybe it wants to break back to the top of the pattern. It's in this channel, you know, which is a bearish channel at the end of the day. You know, at the end of the day. Telcoin making a big comeback out of this giant double bottom on the 7-minute. See that? Double bottom on the 7-minute would have had you at hello. So I'm just trying to show you how the 7-minute is a pretty deadly time frame. Can give you some interesting signals. All right. Let's get into the Bitcoin all-time history index here. Let's break it down. And let's talk about like the bigger time frames of what we see happening. So like technically we could say this is a breakout. I like this. This broke out and it's flagging now at the, you know, outside of the pattern. You see? Measured move would have this continuing to the upside for Bitcoin. And honestly, the whole market doesn't believe this, but there's a chance we did bottom. There's a chance we did bottom, and that 17.5 was the bottom, and that was your chance to scoop Bitcoin on the lows, and you may never get it that low again. I'm going to look at a big time frame and kind of paint a picture and do some projections here and see what's happening. See, nobody knows exactly where Bitcoin's going to go. I don't care who claims to or whatever channel you watch or how, you know, how great their predictions are. You know, I use TA constantly, which is like 78%, 60% accurate, and you'll see a lot of the things that I put out become right, but it doesn't mean I'm right 100% of the time, like by all means, right? It's good to be humbled by trading. It's good to every once in a while to lose a trade, especially if you have 8 straight you'll think you're invincible, and then you'll lose a trade, and you're like, all right, like, okay, I can lose sometimes, you know. So what I've been talking about here is these levels of resistance. Like, first we have one right here for sure at about 36,500, 36,400 area. Then we have one here where we wick to, right, at 29. And then we have this wick here, you could, you know, preliminary at 25,881. Now, if you pattern trade like me, then up, down, and that's all we had to do. We just kind of finished this pattern. We could have brought it here, but a little elongated. Can we break back up at least to this zone here at about 30K? You know, maybe even we get a little lower at about 25,000. But the idea is, you know, or could we go slower? It might even be a slower return. And then we could actually come back all the way to $9,000. See? Then that could be our bottom. All right. What I would want to see, if that is the case, right, is this would kind of do something like this. And I would like to have confirmed bullish divergence on the weekly chart. You see? That would confirm weekly bullish divergence. So do we come up here and then do we come back down to the bottom of the pattern is the question. This is what I'm thinking, you know. Or this is what the chart can, this is the path the chart's given us. You get it? You can only go so many ways. Like, you can't just do whatever you want, you know. There's a path that you have to follow. So that would eventually create a bullish divergence. You see how I'm projecting a divergence that's not even there yet? We just did it on the 7-minute and it tended to play out, right? So right now, remember, you're watching that 7-minute flag on Bitcoin. You're putting Bitcoin in a flag and you're watching to see if it can stay inside the flag. You're projecting with an alert on the stochastics because you keep forgetting what we're doing. I know that because we go through a lot and then you're like, what did he just say? Like, what are we doing again? How? Because people ask, what do we do? How do you track Bitcoin? And I'm like, you're going to put it in the flag on that 7-minute and go back and forth between the 7 and the 15. It will give you some clarity, right? And remember that 1 hour is getting higher and higher into the overbought regions, all right? So it's something you have to heed, all right? Not a great place to open up a long at all. The longs are kind of taking their money at this point. To me, it's not a good place to open up a long, you know. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say here should be taken as financial advice. You're going to have to open up a long whenever you feel the need or whenever you think something is needed, you know. All right. Super chats are open. Please send in those super chats for TAs and deep dives. Waves still pumping. That's amazing. So here's my idea for waves on the weekly time frame. And you can see it's very oversold. Doesn't mean we can't kind of come up and come down. This could be just a little up and down. It could be a little M down here, you know. So something to think about. Do we get a pump back up into these regions only to dump back down to $10,000? And do we get a lower Bitcoin in like late August into September, right? Sam out here spitting facts, not financial advice. One of my favorite time frames, the 7-minute, right? What do you think about people saying 10 to 11K? I think it's very possible. I mean, look at this target right here. Very possible. Actually, let's get the actual target, which is the price note, which is nice and big. But yeah, 10,000 right there. I mean, if we can go from here to here, then why can't we go from there to there? Anything is possible. Anything is possible, right? Yeah, Waves is awesome. Billy, we out here. Crypto Billies, we out here. Shout out to all the Billies in the game. I sent the super chat earlier. Not sure if you saw it, though. No, I did not, but usually someone digs it up for me. All right. Let's see if I can find it here in the mini feed. I don't see any events in the mini feed, but you never know, you know. And we do have class from 3 to 5 today, everybody. Class from 3 to 5. If you want to jump on into class, just email CryptoLifers@gmail.com and jump on in. They'll be there for you. They'll be there for you. All right? Jump on into that class. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I didn't leave class on. All right. Make sure I'm not leaving class on. I'm in performance mode, so in performance mode, you can't see a preview, but it's supposed to help the performance of the stream. So I've been doing that recently, you know, doing a little bit of performance mode, you know. Anyway, laptop is amazing. I'm running in ROG, Republic of Gaming, Asus laptop. That thing is a monumental laptop. I absolutely love it. I had before a piece of garbage. I had what did I have? A Vector. I bought this like Vector gaming computer. Supposed to be amazing. I had to give it back after 3 months. It was a piece of complete garbage. And they didn't really like, they kind of like, and they took me over at Micro Center too. Like, they played me a little bit. Like, they gave me a non-working computer and then still like try to take my warranty. They made me pay the $500 warranty to get a new one or something. I don't know. They did something weird. So one, I mean, this is a great time to accumulate coins on the very low. I mean, they could go flat and sideways for a while, but 2 cent one, this thing was already at 36 and 12 cents. I mean, this thing was up huge. So a 2 cent one, I can't believe it's all the way back down to 2 cents. That's insanity. Wow. I like Zilliquote right now in that flag. Also, Z token taking off. Let's take a look at Z. Also, I got Reef in a bit of a flag too. Reef token. Watch Z for the support long. Let's take a look here. Z token. Yeah, I had a big pump out of this little mini flag here on the 1 hour time frame. Like, just a flag on the 1 hour, and then the thing was gone. Look at that. Z. It got Z'd up to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Now you're seeing bearish div here too, a little bit slightly on the bigger time. Like, here it was here. Kind of says that it, like, the downside is starting, but anything is possible. And sometimes the charts don't give you a perfect answer. You know, and when that happens, I don't trade. Like, other times there's like a way higher probability and you take the trade. So like, trading isn't every day you're right. It's always perfect and it works out. And watch these trades. Very high risk trading right now. All trades are high risk because the 4 hours overbought on almost every single coin. All right. 4 hours overbought on almost every single coin. And I believe the push up was mainly caused by a lot of shorts. So not like when it's not a long volume, like, let me show you something. I'm going to show you something really cool. Price action and volume tell you a story, okay? They tell you an amazing story. All right, so if we look at this, I'm going to show you something. You have price action moving to the upside, okay? But you have volume moving to the downside. You see that? You did pick up a little bit there. You could kind of say that was your reversal, all right? Interesting enough, like up, then we flattened out, and then we reversed up. At the same time, though, you're not raising volume. You know, you go to the 4 hour, and here you still kind of have falling volume, in my humble opinion, with rising price. And that tells me that this move isn't that strong. Like, and you're lacking the volume to continue the move to the upside. Something that you want, and this is divergence in price action and volume. I teach it all the time. You know, what you want to see is falling volume with falling price, which we had here. This gave you the indication of a reversal to the upside because volume was falling down while price action was also falling down. Now, if you can throw another bullish divergence in there on the RSI on top of that, which we had, I mean, you're in business for a double divergence idea, and that could change the whole way you look at the trade, okay? So remember, looking at the volume and juxtaposing it to price action is so important and super, like, it's really going to separate you from the herd, all right? Look, it's 455 likes, 692 people. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. So every coin is hot right now and moving, but like, I mean, do you really want to buy into that? You know, with the 1 hour being overbought on every single time frame. Look at the 1 hours here. We struggled. So normally I don't like to open trades at this point. I would have to wait for the 1 hour to reset. Even if I ended up missing a move, it doesn't matter to me. It's more about my trading style, you know, completing and being done properly, you know. So we did have a push up, but we've had many a push up in the past. Like, this is a beautiful pump, and everyone would have been bullish, but look what happened after that. You know, and the 4 hours super high on that. Look, this is like a short squeeze kind of area here. See that? And that was what, June 7th? Look at Bitcoin on June 7th. I just want to take a look. Right there, right? Yeah. And look at that short squeeze we had. You can tell it was a false push up. We broke points of control and everything else, but got rejected by the secondary point of control at 31,000, and then would just continue to go to the downside. All right. Flat line there. Did you have like a bearish divvy on the 7 minute at that point? You know, I don't know if we're going to be able to get that crazy with it, but I would like to see. It's going to take so long to get back to the 7th on the 7 minute. Oh, no, not that bad. So look, and I use the mouse. I'm using the top mouse tool to once I get to a spot. I mean, the bearish difference started with a tiny bearish div right here at the top, just like we're seeing now. This swing up, but if we go here to the RSI, you started to kind of, you were swinging up for a second, but then you started to swing down. What I also say and tell people is this is the swing up, sharp swing up, because that's the only swings you have. And if the RSI swings up but not nearly as sharp, you still have a divergence. Like, that's a bearish divergence. Most people would never show this to you or explain that. But as long as these are perpendicular, you do have a bearish div. You know, you really do. Okay. Look at that dump, like that massive dump from the bearish divergence right there that we talked about. And Bitcoin's coming back down from that high of 20,666. I mean, look for it to bounce at any one of these points of control, which also hit a support and resistance region. You know, that's just what you're watching for. And that's why you sit on the 7-minute and project the flag that we talked about. Because if the flag stayed intact, which I've seen before happen, then you must remain bullish. If the flag doesn't remain intact, then you know that you're headed for your next support region, right? So right now, look, you could honestly say that the flag is somewhat still intact. But look, isn't that an M pattern too now? Doesn't the M pattern break you down to at least here, 21,325? So that's what we're looking at. So stay cool, calm, and collected. Never panic sell. Use a stop loss. Keep yourself situated, and everything's going to be fine. What was that super chat, everybody? I'd like to look at it and take a look at what's happening on the super chats. Zero, my man. Love it. Thank you, Sam, for all you're doing. God bless. Anytime, Alex. Appreciate you, man. Can you look at OMI-TA? We'll take a look at OMI, OMI, on the technical analysis. And we got the Dow to look at, too. We got the whole show to look at. That's ECOMI. That was a big coin back in the day. I remember when it first came out. ECOMI. It's on a Sendex right now, right? OMI. Had a bit of a move here. Let's take a look at it on the daily time frame. The second you're looking at something, you want to look at it on the daily time frame. We had this point of control, did not hold, came back to the lower point of control, got super low. Look at that. That was before we thought maybe we were just kind of getting a pullback, a correction, that we weren't going all the way to the upside, or to the downside. But as you can see, most coins are down 90 to 100%. Like, they're at their extreme bottoms. OMI's one of them. OMI got a lot of hype too, and people were telling it was going to be the biggest thing. Like, I missed a lot of these coins, but you know what? It's funny is the veteran in me told me I didn't chase. Like, I just don't chase. So once I missed entries that I knew were really good for these coins, certain coins, like I got into Blocktopia, Gala, and what's the other one? Naka. But this one I missed. Like, I knew it was a hot coin, but I missed the entry, so I let it be. Now, right now, the daily's got bullish divergence, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. However, and swing up here on the RSI, you got to know your divergences. It's so important. So you got divergence here. Now, and you're in this falling wedge, you need to break back to the upside. Now, I don't catch falling knives. Like, I don't like to get into things unless I research a project and I think it's absolutely beautiful and it's going to be like the most amazing project. I'm like, wow, this thing's hot. There's nothing like it. It's got the tech. It's got the je ne sais quoi. Unless I see something like that and I'm all about the fundamentals, I'm not taking shots down here at the bottom on anything. So to me, like, this is like, I'm almost weary of it. But it does look just like Bitcoin before Bitcoin popped right out of this kind of wedge. And Bitcoin did break out of a wedge similar to this, with the bullish divergence on the daily time frame. All right. Look at the 4 hour though, and you're cooked and you're not getting above a previous resistance point. Like, that's not the best look. You do have a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. You're attempting to break out. So how we look at it this way is, like, if you don't get above 0, 0, 1, 2, 0 through 7, like you can kiss this thing for more downside. You know what I'm saying? That you must get back above that. Use that for retesting. 4 hours suggests that you're not going to. The 6 hour also too. Yeah, both of those are just pretty overbought at resistance. But you do have the shoulder, you have this head, a right shoulder. You are trying to break to the upside. Anything is possible, but trying is the key word there. Who knows if it will really happen? And then another thing that you have is you have rising price here, like we showed you, with falling volume. This is clear falling volume. Look, and that tells me that we're going to dump because you're losing the buyers that are pushing up. You're getting less buyers each time. How are you going to continue to the upside? So I would look for this to bounce down here again, and it honestly could end up being, you never know. Some of these projects could turn dead. I think OMI's pretty big, but some of these projects could turn dead, Yeah, Zilliquid was hot. Looked like it could make a bit of a bounce to the upside. Wow, look at that. Bang, bang, bang for Zilly. And Zilly makes a huge move to the upside. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Zill live on the channel. That's why people love coming to this channel. I talk about something live and it bangs on you to the upside. Look at that thing. Up a beautiful 8% immediately on the move. Zilliqua and continuing up. It was tight in the channel with the stochastics moving. RSI, you had falling volume with falling price. See, this is what I wanted to show you. See, falling volume with falling price? Tell you that the seller, less seller, less seller. The sellers were reversing. Like you were losing sellers as the price. How can the price keep going down if you're losing the sellers? You get it? So bang, bang, bang. And yeah, so I showed you this at the beginning of the live, and this would bang on you to the upside. And this is why people love coming to the channel, because it's one thing to watch a guy tell you TA, but it's another thing to like have us go over examples, go over like some proper technical analysis, and then see it play out live in front of you. Like that to me is a blessing. Like I've never seen it. It's something that happens on this channel a lot, and I just don't see it. I see people live trade. But not like talk about certain things and then just watch them explode later on in the channel. Like, and honestly, we've seen it for Bitcoin, we've seen it for Ethereum, we've seen it for bigger projects that we know we personally could not move. We know it's technical analysis playing out. It just is what it is. ETF frenzy, my brother. Lower time are resetting for the second pump. Maybe we are getting an ETF frenzy. You never know. But remember, you could have just seen, I'm trying to get that screen share today. It never really works when I'm on the road for whatever reason. My house computer can nail it though. Bitcoin bearish div, bang, bang, Frank Cash. Shout out to Frank Cash in the game, man. Is that Frankie Candles? Frank Clash. Oh no, Frankie Clash. Zill, bang, bang. Yep. Bless Lifer for his dedication to streaming each and every day. You're an inspiration. Thank you, Grits. I appreciate you, man. Sam, can you check TKY? Yeah, we'll take a look at TKY. Send in a super chat for the kid, though. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. $2 from Michael Olin. Much appreciated to you and yours. And thank you for the $7 super chat that came in at the beginning. If one of my moderators could dish that up and tell me what it was, it'd be awesome. Sam, you're looking sharp and refreshed, bro. Love you, man. Shout out to Roddy Robinson in the house. Thank you for being here, man. Much respect to you and yours. Man, how does it feel to be married, dude? Everybody, can we whisk Rodney Robinson has been here since I had maybe like 100 subs. He was one of the first people to ever sub to me, to ever follow the Lifer, to ever get with the Lifer crew. When I went to Florida, he picked me up from the airport. He's a beautiful, special person. He believes in God. He believes in himself. And he believes in his friends and family. And he's a really nice man. He just got married, I believe, 2 days ago. If everyone could wish him a beautiful, happy marriage till he's old and gray. Could you jump on into that chat for me, please, and say, Rodney, we wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful lifetime of memories with your new wife, and bless you, man. Please give Rodney a blessing for his wonderful new life with his wife, man. He needs it. Let's just send him on his way, everybody. He's a dedicated lifer. This group means more to him than almost anything in the world. He texts me all the time with great love. He texted me this morning if I could share. I won't be too intimate, but he texted me this morning if I could share. You're the man. John, you're the man for giving me the hotkeys, man. Thank you. So check it out. We got a text message here from my man, and he said, somehow I open... no. He said, what amazes me, bro... no, I thought you gave me a quote from... Oh, yeah, here it is. Timothy 4:12. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech. In speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, in purity. You know? So don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. He said, you send a great message and a great example each and every day for the group, Sam. I'm always proud of you, bro. What amazes me is no matter where there is, there'll be people out. Man, you're so amazing, man. I love you, man. Thank you so much. But wish him a wonderful, wonderful wedding, man. What a good dude, you know. Insert marriage joke here. Jumped into the Zill long. What did the wise man say to his wife? Nothing, because he was a wise man. Oh. Someone asked for a wedding joke. I had to give it to him. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, and I appreciate you all. I have some news, too, to go over. Might as well jump into the news real quick. I haven't done news in a while, right? Bitcoin futures enters backwardation for the first time in a year. Risk-averse Bitcoin derivatives traders throw in the towel after futures contracts trade below the spot market price. More force selling ahead. Purpose Bitcoin ETF holdings plunged 51% and the biggest outflow ever. The shocking Bitcoin withdrawals appeared as Bitcoin extended its decline below 20K over the weekend, right? The fund's holding dropped 47,000 BTC to 23,000 between June 16th and the 17th. Its lowest level since October 21st. The 51% drop in Bitcoin holdings is also the biggest data outflow ever. Look at that. Interesting, another Canadian crypto fund dubbed 3IQ CoinShares Bitcoin ETF witnessed a similar outflows, dropping from 23,912 Bitcoin in June 1st to 12,668 Bitcoin on June 17th, suggesting the purpose's massive BTC withdrawal was not an isolated event. More forced selling of Bitcoin ahead. So just something to think about as we break 21,500 and continue. That short squeezes make people think they're... See, what a short squeeze does, it's the perfect place to get into a short. All right? Everyone gets into a short last night thinking that they got it, right? The shorts get squeezed, right? Nobody leaves the trade. They stay in the trade. They get bashed to the downside. Shout out to Natalie Brunel. She is, I think, the hottest woman in crypto right now. She is... And it's good to have that, man. We need that. We need the appeal. We need the fresh face of cryptocurrency. And she's working really hard. She's on every single news. I see her all over the place. I want to get her on the show. Everyone knows her. Shout out to Natalie. She's working super hard in the space, and she does it with class. Bitcoin's dead. Google searches hit new all-time high. Sentiment in the crypto market is the lowest it's ever been, leading to fresh speculation that Bitcoin is a dying asset. Collapsing Bitcoin prices are reviving renewed speculation about the demise of the leading cryptocurrency. This is good. You want people to say Bitcoin is dead. They've said Bitcoin was dead thousands of times before. This is exactly what you want. When they say Bitcoin is dead, it's the perfect time to start buying Bitcoin. Just like when they tell you Bitcoin's going to 100K, it's the perfect time to start selling Bitcoin, right? They tell you Bitcoin's going to 100K, it's going to change the world. This is news. You want to use the news to your advantage. This is beautiful news. We've been waiting for this. If you ask any other long-term YouTuber, they're like, I don't buy until the Google's Bitcoin dead start coming in. Then I'm ready to buy, you know? And that's a big thing too. You want to wait for Bitcoin to be dead. That's where you want to jump on in. And honestly, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say you should be taking as financial advice. But I personally am buying Bitcoin as much as I can at these levels. All right? Bitcoin in Zimbabwe, importing cars and sending money to family. A young Zimbabwean Bitcoiner built out a business with Bitcoin, importing cars and sending remittance payments when he returned to his homeland. So wow, look at this. Day 276, Albany imports cars in Zimbabwe using Bitcoin. Amazing, right? Another person who doesn't have access to the banking system, who doesn't have access to the legacy banking system, right? Who can't be brought in to the upper echelons of the white world, right? To the bankers throughout the world, right? But he's in Zimbabwe trying to grind his grain, trying to grind. He has an idea. He has entrepreneurial spirit. People around the world have spirit and entrepreneurial want and will. He has that. He did that. Shout out to him for doing that. That's how Bitcoin changes the world, one Satoshi at a time. This is awesome, man. I'm super excited about this. We should get a story on this on my Twitter, throw some keywords and talk about it. So if we can, let's incorporate into the Twitter. Let's get a J on that, if you know what I mean, a JA. That's not holding over 50% of Bitcoin addresses still in profit. Interesting. That's not hodling. Profitability fails to match previous market bottoms as Bitcoin fell 19 months on the low of 17,006 over the weekend. Analysts brace for what they assume will turn out to be a retracement of up to 84% from the all-time highs. A sense of confusion reigns this year that those highs not being high enough compared with the historical bull market tops. I agree with that. That's why I just didn't feel like we were in a... Because usually we go to the 100K, 120K. If you've been through another bull market before, there were coins that popped, but it didn't feel like a bull market like the last few times. It just didn't. There was something missing this time. It was something strange about it. I can't place it. And I think it was the manipulation by institutions. There was just too much money in there, and they didn't really let Bitcoin do what it wanted to do. And is that something that's going to change? Like, if there's so much institutions into Bitcoin, is it not ever going to complete its old cycles? Was its cycles beautiful because it was left alone? That's a great question. In the comment, let me know. Let me know. Was the cycle ruined by institutional trading and the coupling of the S&P and the Dow? Huobi Crypto Exchanges witnessed license in Dubai and New England and in New Zealand as Thai affiliate closes. Interesting. And Cloudflare outages affects multiple crypto exchanges. This is horrible because we thought we were decentralized, but apparently not, right? So 500 internal server error notice due to a Cloudflare outage. A significant infrastructure provider for the internet recently experienced widespread problems, leaving many crypto exchanges down. The content delivery network CDN confirmed via an update posted on Tuesday that it's experiencing issues with its service and network, and a fix is currently being implemented. However, the firm has yet to provide information regarding what went wrong, causing the service across the world to come to a halt. Cryptocurrency exchange FTX tweeted that its platform and other sites will be difficult to access for many people. claiming that the exchange is now post-only mode. Interesting. And that was today. If in case you're not able to visit okx.com and 500 internal error pops up, it seems to be an issue on Cloudflare's end. Looks like a global internet outage. Things could be back to normal soon. Any Web3 alternative in the future. Welcome to decentralization. We have just redundant setup for one of the services many others rely on solely. Luckily, we are all exchanged down except yours. Not perfect. CMC is affected. Coin market cap. Money. Wow. And is that still going on? You know. So let's look for the strong coins on the day. What do you want to start trading? Remember, we talked about Waves days ago as being one of the stronger coins because it was up. Remember? And I was like, well, we should be trading the strong coins. How do you know how to trade in the strong coins? You go to Coin Market Cap every single morning and you take a look at gander at what's happening. You go to the 19,000 coins kind of loaded up. Then you come down here, you hit the 24 hours. You want to see what's hot. Right now, Waves is hot, up 39% at 672. Did not stop. Wow. Wow. Waves on a complete tear, up 35% in 7 days, up 39% in 24 hours. Shiba Inu coming up 29%, getting some big gains. Was it talked about? Did Doge talk about it? I believe Doge had a bit of a move. There was some type of tweet. Anytime something goes on, let the TA tell you, yep. Everyone usually wrong. Vaxcoin has signed a contract with ours, 100 million, and if he holds, he will get a hefty rate. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not even going to mention that. I haven't done my research. Super chats are open. Please send in those super chats and deep dives. Someone sent one in, but we just don't know what it is. You know, we haven't been able to find it. Zilliqua, Aave, Uniswap, IOST, all hot coins on the day. Convex Finance, Synthetics had some good news too. Phantom. So just moving up to the upside. We even had our move on GMT, right? So there was gains to be had in the market. You just had to be aware, you know, or be in a trading group that kept you open-minded. So Zilliqua got sold off. That's a fast sell-off, remember, you know, because Bitcoin's getting a short squeeze. So these short squeeze pumps all create. Yeah, look at that. Doge had a nice little pump on the 3L coming back down to the downside. So now you look at the 3S tokens and see if some of them are ready. Like Sol 3S, we've been waiting on this for a while now. All right. Let's redraw our pattern here, but it's in a tight falling wedge that wants to break to the upside eventually. It has nice bullish divergence in the 15-minute. Swing up to swing up. It's oversold down here. Ready to rock. There's your bullish divergence. Divergence. 1 hour time frame is also oversold. Getting down there. Could have a little more move, but the 50-minute could flip that corner. And the 4 hours also oversold. Then you want to look for your daily. And your daily's even, I mean, every single time frame is ready to go on the Sol short. I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but doesn't that look a little scrumptious to you? I don't know about you, but it looks like a juicy, juicy bite out of a trade. So, look, this is what we're looking at. The head of the shoulder is usually the place where they got you out. That's getting very tight. I would not be surprised if this makes a big move. I'm telling you. And when I start putting it out yesterday or the day before, I'm not saying, like, nothing I put out is enter right now, number one. Every once in a while, I'll say something is highly likely to move based on all the low indicators. But you're going to have to understand that. Like, what does the 15-minute oversold stochastic mean? You're going to have to put in the work and understand that. Like, I'm not going to spoon feed you, you know? I'm going to, I mean, in the beginner's course, I'm going to spoon feed you because you need to learn. But once I give you everything you need to know, it's up to you to start to learn and take that to your next, you know? You even see bullish divergence here on the 15. Do you see it on the 1 hour time frame too? That would be amazing. You get swing down on price action and you have exaggerated bullish divergence here. Look, on the 1 hour for Sol. So it tells you that the Sol short may play out to the upside again. It's high risk, high reward. You have a high volume node to deal with. But there could be some massive gains, even up to this next resistance point. Let's take a look here. And I've been eyeing this Sol short. Look, 274%. Just to here, you're looking at 100% gains. So possibly massive gains for Solana. Is something happening to Solana? Are they going to have, like, you know, a breakdown or an outage again in the next few days? Because it's really weird, but show me the charts and I'll show you the news. We did this before for Luna. We called the Luna short, everybody. And that whole dump, we didn't know they were going to go insolvent. But Luna was in a giant cup and handle before we called it. And I even put a post in my group and I said, this looks a bit strange. You know, something could be happening to Luna here. And lo and behold, bang, 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 bang. Like 275% gains all the way to the upside could be happening. That's what happened to Luna, like this, you know. And it was in a cup and handle. You can kind of say this is a giant cup and handle. Look at it. You see that? Sammy coming handy to the upside. So I was a little loud. I gotta learn how to. There you go, like that. Yeah, you can get loud as long as you can get loud a little quicker, you know. And I haven't thought about the Celtics since the game. Right now, I thought about them again. I don't want to think about them. 722 viewers on the live. 22, baby. 522 likes on the live, man. You people are amazing. Amazing. So I'm looking at a SOL short here coming out of my brain, and I could be 100% wrong. Nothing I do and say here should be taken as financial advice. I happen to hit a lot of these, and people say, oh, well, you're lucky. I'm like, but a lot of people say luck is being prepared and, you know, being prepared at the right time when opportunity happens. And right now we're looking at this idea, and we're seeing it's oversold on every single time frame. So it's pushing me to believe that that it's a short, and we do see some bullish divergence too. We also see some really strong divergence. Look at this now. Look at that. Swing down here, and this still swings to the upside all the way from here. That's another divergence. See that? I don't mean to scare you, but like that's also another divergence. Interesting. So I'm honing in on this short for Solana. I believe we could go back to that 22 area. Let's juxtapose that with Solana in a second. But Solana short is on my radar. On my radar. You're going to have to figure out how you like to trade these, where your place is. I will never tell you what to buy and sell, not even in my trading group. I will just put charts out that I believe are most likely to play out to the upside, right? So SOL 3S. And what is a 3S token? What am I talking about? What is going on here? All right. Look, when you trade a 3S token, all right, what you're doing is you're trading leverage, but you're not going to the exchange like a leverage exchange, and you're not putting your money into their liquidation pool where they can liquidate you. No one has access to your funds at this point except for you. You cannot get liquidated on a 3S token. That's why I love to trade it. What does it do? It gives you access to a move in an altcoin, and it gives you 3 times that access of that move. So if you were to put $1,000, okay, into SOL 3S, all right, and Solana was sitting at $10 a coin, all right, and Solana would dump to $5 a coin and go down by 50%, okay, SOL 3S would more, and they're not perfect, they could be depegged and they go back and forth, but for the most part, you'd go up between like 138 and 150%. All right, somewhere in that ballpark. All right, it should be even 103 to 1, but you know, there's a lot of movement in buy and sell orders that do take place, and that's an asset too that's getting bought and sold. So as much as it wants to stay coupled, you have to remember that if 10 million people were buying this, you know what I'm saying? It still has to be. It's still gonna be ping pong by its own buy and sell pressure. You get it? Makes sense to me. Makes sense to you. We're all happy with that idea, right? So with that being said, right? So you put 1,000 into this, you end up with $2,500, all right, when the market dumps. And that's how you would use SOL 3S, if that makes sense to you, all right? There's 2 ways of thinking about it. I put $1,000, they're giving me $3,000, and if it goes up, I make 10% on $3,000, which is, you know, the $300, or they're giving me more percentage on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin goes up 1%, or Bitcoin goes down 1%, this goes down 3%, this goes up 3%. Right? So it's going to go opposite of the asset you're trading against, and it's going to go up 3 times the much that asset went down. All right? It's going to go up. So that's how you trade. And the 3L is exactly the opposite. That's just going to go up when the trade goes up. So that's just coupled. This one, you're doing an offset. Your Bitcoin's going down or Solana's going down. You're going to trade Solana up. The other way, you're going to do it the opposite way, you know? Hi, everybody. My name is Samuel J. Price. I am the Crypto Lifer on YouTube. I'm also a professional crypto trader. I've been trading for a long time in the world markets, gold, Toronto Stock Exchange, and now I've switched my entire focus to cryptocurrency. I want to break down something and talk about it with you guys right now. It's about the 3L and 3S tokens. When you trade a 3L and 3S token, you basically get 3 times more of the move. If you're trading SOL 3S, which means short, S means short, you believe that SOL will go down. If SOL goes down 10%, this trade presumably should make 30%. So we're hoping right here that Solana will drop and this trade will go up. So if Solana drops, let's just say 100%, or you know, and it goes from 30 down to 15, there's a chance you could see this go all the way to the upside. You get what I'm saying? So just something to think about. So you can offset losses by trading 3S's, or you can just have all your money in stablecoin and do whatever makes you happy. and, you know, get your own financial advisor. But 3S tokens are a great way to play the market short when the market goes down. And you can actually put bearish, bullish patterns. So you don't have to change your trading style as well. Everything that you look for in a bullish scenario, you can look for here on these tokens as well. They also have 3L tokens, which are great to play the other way. Last night in my trading group, we put out a 3L token at 3:57 in the afternoon, and this thing would make some huge gains for about, let's show you, about 36%. And then look, this went up for another 18 out of the wedge. One of the stronger coins for the day. In total, up about 40% gains from this level. We talk about the 21 touch and price action, the stochastics being low. If you don't know what I just said, join my beginner's course every Tuesday from 3 to 5. But please, understand what the 3L, and this was a 3L token. We got more percentage. It only went up 10 or 12, 14, 50%, but we gained 39 to 40%. And that's how you take advantage of the market without getting liquidated. And it's on a beautiful exchange called KuCoin. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. If you're watching this on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or even on Twitter or wherever you're watching this, I greatly appreciate it. Head on out to my YouTube channel and see my live stream 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every day. Today, we looked at Zilliqua and we watched it pump live. It was awesome. I can't wait to see you there. I also have a Discord. I think you'd like to join it too. Hit up that welcome center. Have a great day. All the links will be below all my videos. You'll find them pinned to my Twitter. All right, so those are 3L. If anyone's new here, I just want to explain those and what we're doing, because you're going to see me do that a lot on this channel, and you're going to be like, what is he doing? What is the 3L and 3S? What's happening? And you're going to want to know. You're going to want to know, all right? It showed me a screen cap of being posted there. I don't know if you got an answer. Hey, brother, can you look at ETH, please? Thanks, and God bless. Lifer, I don't understand. Wouldn't I buy a 3S token when I get confirmation it's going down? I thought you said something different. I'm really sorry you didn't get an answer, but I promise you, man, as you can see from the comments, this is something that really doesn't happen. What's the issue? What is the question? KuCoin or any exchange leverage tokens are a ripoff. Do not trade leverage tokens ever. Interesting. Grand huge. I trade them all the time, and they seem to work for me, but again, I have had an issue here and there for them. But again, they can depeg. They're not I will say they're not perfect, but in my hundreds of trades on them, I've only had like 10 issues in my life, and that's like hundreds and hundreds of trades. So I'll be willing to hear your opinion, but I also disagree in my life experience. Master Chief hating on me right now. So weird. I asked Bitcoin Daily Update 8:15 yesterday in the comment section. My buddy then brought the question up in the group, directing the 99 chat as well as the TA chat. What's your question, man? I asked the question. Solana had issues with Sol N. They tried to vote to take over an account to liquidate. Yeah, they could still have some issues, man. I'm sorry about the green clover leaves. Lose it, man. They got next year, bro. No doubt. 4 leaf clovers, man. Thanks, man, for saying that. All right. Yeah, you won't get TA answered in a business email at all for any reason. That's why I created what's called a TA learning library. Anyone who's negative for any reason too, honestly, I'll say it right now. If you're negative, you can leave my group, man. Like, we want positive, beautiful people in the group. Like, if you want to complain and hate on me, I don't want anyone that makes me feel uncomfortable in my group. Honestly, like, if you're not a beautiful person willing to love and learn, then we don't need you. You know what I'm saying? And I shouldn't even say that. I always love, but I want awesome people that believe in God, that love their lives. You don't have to believe in God, but I just want people that love their lives and don't bring negativity to my stream. If you really love me, you wouldn't come to my stream and write that. You would basically DM me. I see no DMs from anyone. I don't see anyone in my DMs. Look, I don't see you anywhere in my Discord DMs asking me any questions. You know, all I would see is a DM right here with the question. But you didn't do that. You come on my live and just act like a child. I love you all, but you know. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Always remain positive, people. Negative comments comes around as more negativity to you. Yeah, I thought KuCoin rips off people with ease. Apparently, they do have some gems. I don't know. I've been liking KuCoin for a long time. Hey, Lever, just been lurking for a bit. You are my top 3 AT YouTubers, along with Frankie Candles and Casper. Thank you for saying that, man. Super chats. ELF Bitcoin. Let's take a look at ELFBTC. Let's take a look at ELFBTC. Yeah. And that goes for everybody else, too. Like, if you ever have someone that's, like, somewhat known and they're in the public eye and you need something from them, don't hate on them in front of everybody, you know, and then claim that you like them. Like, it's just weird, you know? Like, be a real person. Like, be a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a real individual. Be like, hey, man, like, I have this question. Could you ask me? Blah, 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 you know? Like, yesterday, some dude DM'd me about what music I like, and I sent him the music that I liked. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Anyway. All right. Celsius, the next stop. How do you suggest developing a disciplined trading mindset? I mean, it's super important to constantly deal with your emotions by working out. You have to deal with your body, honestly. Your body is going to throw you through loops and fixes. Once you understand TA, it's going to be how to deal with your emotions and your mindset. It's going to be way more than technical analysis. I think TA is 20%. I think mindset is, some people say it's 90-10. I think it's 80-20. I think you need to know a lot of technical analysis, really. The more you know TA, the less emotional you're going to get. The less you're going to be able to see what's happening and kind of hold forts for that moment in time. You're going to be like, oh, I'm hot, yeah. Johnny, I said that, but I don't understand what you needed, man. You're not getting alerts for new messages? Super chats, ELFBTC. Hey, I just subbed. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, I studied the FR chart so hard. If it doesn't pump in the next hour or two tops, I'll buy you a pizza delivery on the live. Can you check ELFBTC? I studied the FR chart so hard. If it doesn't pump, what is FR? Front row? Isn't front row FRR though? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, if ELFBTC does look nice, it did break out. This is called like a retest slightly. We could open it up and kind of claim it. No, I believe, yeah, it broke out and it's in the retest. The only thing, it doesn't have a lot of liquidity. You see how these candles don't really fill? It's something you got to be careful. When you don't have a lot of liquidity like that, it's a trade that may be hard to get it in and out of. And I can tell that just by looking at these at the candle bodies. So just be careful, okay? Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. When I look at the 1 hour, it's kind of indecisive and could come back down for a retest right now. It's kind of similar to it may follow BTC. When I look at the 4 hour, it's actually in a really nice spot and suggests it can break out. Just it's in a very strange trading pattern as the candles are not full. But it does look like it could pump to the upside. I'll give you that on the 4 hour time frame. I would put an alert on and wait. How's the daily looking for you? Daily's looking a little spent. Daily says it needs to come back down to this volume node and touch the 21-day moving average. I would look for a bounce here or here, honestly. And I'd be very wary of that daily time frame. It's very overbought. All right. I studied the FR chart so hard. Okay, never understand the people that watch people if they don't like them. Anyway. And I thought Master Chief was a nice guy. He seemed cool. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody, man. And I'll help anyone that wants help. And honestly, we have a learning library. That's what I was getting into and I got thrown off. But we have a learning library for any question you need. Like, you don't jump into the 99 and ask TA questions. Like, you can, and people answer you there. But we have a learning library. And honestly, right when you jump in, I say go to the boot camp. And right when people join, I say, please watch this video. This is an amazing video and explains everything that's inside of the Discord. Like, it explains how to navigate. It's a 16-minute video of how to use the Discord. And it's important because the Discord has so many sections. And I tell you what the learning library is, how to use it, right? This video is super important. And it really gets you going. So right when you join, you got to watch this video immediately. It's the first thing you got to do. And then you're going to be ready to rock. So Master Chief, man, we're here for you. Anything you need, someone can answer you. You know what I'm saying? Anything you need, someone can answer you. Yeah, if someone has to ever leave for a while, all you have to do is email Crypto Lifers, but read testimonials, and you'll see many lifers got love and support when they need it. Yeah, everybody does, man. Bitcoin's starting to get boring. Lifer, his question was about how many candles until divergences become invalidated. And see, that's an answer no one would answer. That's no offense. It's a good question because he's a beginner, but it technically is a beginner question because, like, there's no real guarantee for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's something you learn on your own. Like, over time, you find a divergence, it plays out, you see? That's why you use support and resistance. And if the divergence doesn't get you below a support, then the support held up, and you're going to get a move to the upside. You see what I'm saying? So that basically the answer to that question is you must take the beginner's course and learn support and resistance and start filling in the blanks. Like, you want to use just divergence and ask why it's not happening. And it's like, well, did you look at support and resistance, right? Did you pull a Fibonacci and see that you're bouncing off a 618? There's so much more than just one thing in technical analysis. You're juxtaposing multiple things at once to kind of come to your conclusion. That's why we have confluence, combined influence on indicators. You see what I'm saying? Thanks for the DM. Was surprised. Kiss Me Deadly was on your playlist. I'm shorting, following a plan, execute. Exactly. Review. Let's take a review. Thank you for saying that. Revuto. All right. And Review got a little pump, didn't it? I think I'm covering. Yeah, baby. We got a little bump out of Review. Nothing crazy. It was only supposed to be 6%. But you know what it is? It's about the TA playing out sometimes. It's just simply about being in a tight spot, getting above the zone, and getting your pump. And honestly, maybe it's not done yet. Maybe we do get to the target. This thing could just be, 1 hour says no, but let's see how much room the 50-minute. 50-minute does possibly have some gas. 2% gain for Review. Yeah. That's the smallest gain I've ever celebrated on the channel. No lie. But what a move, man. What a move. Abdullah, will it drop? Shout out to my man Abdullah, man. Salam alaikum in the game. Salam alaikum here. So funny, remember we talked about Electronium, and it's still holding its levels. And honestly, compared to every other coin, I don't know what's going on with it. But look, it's in a bull flag on the 1 hour, and this actually is, it doesn't really care. Someone says Bitcoin's dumping, we can take a look at that. This doesn't seem to care what Bitcoin's doing at all, at all. And honestly, the 50-minute was overbought for Bitcoin, right? It was likely you were going to get a bit of a move there. If you check your like history, I've been here for a while. I know you, I really, Master Chief, I've seen you on the channel for a long time. I'll peace out for a day or two to give it time and space. Sorry if my question bothered. Well, I don't know what your question was, man. I don't know what happened. See, that's what you don't get. What people don't realize is when you're on the other side of the computer, I can't read every one of these questions, man. I don't see everything you think I see. So I still don't know what happened. All I did see was someone like basically down, negatively speaking about, basically a question. Ask your question right now. And honestly, I tell people, super chat the question. It's $1.99, man. You got $1.99. I'll see the question. It will be big and blue, and it will show up right away. And I'll take care of it. I tell my students all the time, like, if you ever have a dire need, super chat it to me. I'll see it. I'm here every single day. I don't take a day off. Like, for anyone to ridicule a guy that's always here every single day, I don't stop. Anyway, let's be positive. Let's talk about birds, lights, and butterflies. I'm super happy. It's my favorite day of the year, man. The first day of summer. My favorite day of the year. YouTube has a problem of hiding some questions, just for your information. Yeah. Do you think it's a bull run coming? I don't know what's going to happen, and I never say think, dude. We're going to look at the charts day in and day out. Come on and jump in and become a lifer, and you'll learn how that question will form into a new question. Join the Lifers 99 squad yesterday, and I immediately started to hit the books and take notes. I love all the information in the Discord. It's extremely helpful, plus the 99 chat group is always willing to help. See, thank you so much for saying that, because that's what I hear every single day, and that's what I read, and that's what I'm watching. And I've been with the group, too. I spent, all Saturday night with the group. I was in the group till from 11 to 3 in the morning with all my lifers. We had a blast. We had a really good time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've been watching the group closely like a hawk, man. Seriously, peeps, Sam is so busy, it's ridiculous. His wife has to set alerts for him. If you get upset anytime he didn't respond right away, we would be fighting. You have to respect the work ethic, man. This is a growth episode, lifer handling business, man. Thank you, man. Master Chief, yeah, start fresh and go until the Learning TA in the 99 and ask your questions. I'm sure that you will get... Dude, Love Learning would be there for you. She never takes a moment off. She's helping... I see her freaking... Seriously, man, we got so many people here to help you. Nice job, Sean. You're on it, Sean. I see it, Sean. Nice job, Sean. Thank you, buddy. Shout out to Porter Rock, all the team, everyone here. Shout out to John. Thank you for coming on in. MATIC is getting close to a huge upside or volume gap. What do we need to break that? 45 cents. We'll take a look at MATIC if you send in a super chat. If you could and be nice, it could be $1.99. It just helps the stream. It's also colorful. I like the yellows and the reds and the blues. All right. Looking for a solution to Discord notification problem. I've been asking in the 99, but nothing seems to work. Help. What is the problem you have in the Discord 99? Oh, that's what he's asking. Ah, see, that's where you email CryptoLifers@gmail. And then my wife gets in touch with Brandon Peters, the admin who created the Discord, and then we get you going, and we get you exactly what you need, man. We have a team to help you. You just got to ask the question. I never saw the question. Thank God I saw it now. Super chats are open. Please send in those super chats for TA and deep dives. All right. Let's get back into Bitcoin and see what's happening. Everyone's like, what is happening? Are we going to 30K or are we going to 15K? What do you think? I mean, there's a chance we go to 30K, get rejected, and then we go to $10,000, as I showed you. Always feel free to tag me in any post in the Discord if your question doesn't get answered, Crypto Life Changer wants to be tagged so he can answer any of your questions. He said that just the other day. Okay? So he's going to be here for you, man. He's going to be here for you. And, you know, I saw your message, man. Just nobody only one person messaged me. So, like, I thought more people would be excited about it, but not enough people messaged me so far. So far, it's kind of like, you know. So remember, I told you make your flag. Okay? And look, now you can kind of look at this. Look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder possibly. Some dumpage. But look, you got to your end dump on the 7. So basically, price action is just a constant 7-minute chart breaking in or out all the time. Up or down, up or down. That's constantly what it is. Finding its way. You know, that's still a flag technically on the 7-minute, and you're oversold. You want to see, and what you believe is if this will continue to the downside. All right. Can you look at EVERGROW coin, please? Definitely. Entry on MATIC, please. I'll never give you an entry on any coin, so don't ask a super chat for an entry. What I will do is go over the technical analysis. We'll look at the levels together, and then you can assess whether you want to make an entry or not. But I will never be like, here's an entry for MATIC. It's never going to happen. All right. I just have to make that really clear because, yeah. I want to make sure we're always in the up and up here, just so that any watchdog following up. A swing and a drive deep left. Way back. Gao, swing and a drive deep left. Way back. All the way to the backside of the green monster. And it bounced off the wall towards the end of it. Mookie Betts for the home run. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on into the Crypto Lifer live stream. Super chats, MATIC and EVERGROW. Let's take a look at EVERGROW. Someone's asking about. I still want to look at the Dow too as well. Let's look at EVERGROW, EGC. Up 30% today and moving. And this is a decentralized coin, everybody. To look at a decentralized coin. Hey, Lifer, could you check out ALVA3L? Looks like a falling wedge of the 15-minute with big upside potential. I mean, that's going to follow Bitcoin, but I got you. 551 people on the live, 582 likes. Can we get the likes up to 1,000? Welcome to the evolution of passive income. Oh, my God. I'm even getting weary of DeFi now, and I was the biggest DeFi guy in the game. Luna Sky NFT Marketplace. Creator social media platform and NFT lending platform. EVERGROW crypto wallet. EVERGROW exchange in the EVERGROW meta. Luna Sky NFT Marketplace, yeah. Introducing Creator, the EVERGROW subscription platform. 1% all net profits for buyback and burn. Subscription-based content by creators. Interesting. So I could be on the EVERGROW there. Buy, sell, and swap your crypto on a wallet. Fully designed for the latest revolutionary rewards token along with the traditional crypto investing. Fully integrated multi-reward optional. Buy using MetaMask. You agree to the cookie policy. Interesting. Welcome to the evolution of passive income. EVERGROW is the leading stablecoin rewards token. Earn Binance USD simply by holding EVERGROW in your crypto wallet. It's one of those. It's a meme coin in my mind. Yes, it's a meme up 30% today on the game. And you know, I can't believe we're going over a meme right now. But you know what? It's almost a funny blessing, right? So you want to go over to, and I always click on it, and now I'm drawing a blank, right? That's crazy, right? Deck screener. I'm like, don't do me now. Let's take a look at deck screener real quick. All right. And you're going to paste in the contract address here for the EVERGROW coin for wrapped BNB. We're going to take a look at it now. And so, wow, it was on a tear. It kind of looks just like Bitcoin in a funny way, right? I mean, in that uptrend Bitcoin was in, it double bottomed and then continued to go to the upside. How much is it up? It says 30, but how much is it up from the bottom there on that double bottom? Up 27%. So, yeah, there you go. Then it made another bit of a flag here. You want to look at the daily chart for support and resistance. And you can chart a meme coin just like you chart anything else. A lot of people say you can't. I disagree because we've done it together on the channel and we've seen a lot of plays. I mean, this thing seems to be following Bitcoin because, like, that's the Bitcoin, you know. And you can even add indicators. Just type in RSI here and you can add relative strength and stochastics. That's really all I need with my patterns and support. And you're getting high on that daily, though. You're going to have to get above this resistance. EVERGROW. Interesting. Am I into it? I don't know, man. Not right now. I have to say no. So definitely not. Getting overbought on all the time frames too. It may just continue to dump. EVERGROW looks cool. I'm going to pass for now. But to me, it's got to get above this level for you to take it seriously. Right here. At about 1275. Let's jump on into MATIC and move on. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. So we're going to keep watching this flag for Bitcoin. You see? Bit of a shoulder head and a right shoulder there that could dump to the downside as well. Let's take a look at that 15-minute. Just getting started for the dump. And you got a rounded top. Now it's a Bart Simpson, in my humble opinion. That's Bart Simpson, baby. That's a Bart. It broke out of the flag. Like, that's the flag. And the flag broke. Humble, you know. There you go. Bart Simpson on the 15-minute. Can you hold the 7-minute? But, you know, usually the 7 minutes going to give you, it's just going to give you some ruffles. And there's your 1 hour starting to dump on you too at the top of the channel. As suggested, how much lower will we go? We shall see. You never even know. If you were in a short and you didn't close it, there's a chance you end up in profit on the short, even if you entered it here or here. So just, anything is possible. I'm not a financial advisor. Your measure move of this falling wedge is all the way down to the downside now, I put this out because we might be going up, down, up, down. So there's a chance you hold this spider line here. So that's why I have it. It's basically a spider line. It's a diagonal support region that we're going to be watching closely. All right. So my next line is this bounce right here for Bitcoin at 20,875. Right. That's like your next big support if you continue to dump. But you might even hold this high volume node. Let's draw the node real quick one last time for Bitcoin. And yeah, like you're hoping for a bounce here or here off this zone. Yeah, 20,005, 20,500 and 20,440. That's your area, your kind of line. We'll say 20,700 and between 20,700 and 20,450 area. It's kind of a range bound area. So you're looking for a bounce here, right here. Look, that's where you want to bounce. If you can't hold the pattern, you seem to be breaking out of the pattern. I'd like to see us break right out of it, if we have that momentum. Why I say he seems to be breaking out, because the 50-minute has a lot more momentum and you're just getting started, telling me that it's likely you could continue to the downside. All right. Now, why are you coming up a little bit? Remember, we told you the 7-minute was spent. That's going to try to produce a little movement there, but I think that's just going to bearishly retest this and then continue to dump. That's a Bart Simpson if I've ever seen one, continuing to go, and we're seeing it start up right now, right? Super Chat's MATIC. What if we bottom, but the recession comes? And I believe that could happen, and we go sideways. You know what I'm saying? Anything could happen, everybody. The recession already did come, in my humble opinion. We're in a recession. Like, we've been in a recession. But again, that's me. Funny, I'm with my parents. I'm living with my parents for the week, and I don't have my kids with me and my wife, and it's been weird, man. It just hasn't felt the same. And look, rising wedges just break down 68% of the time. Like, they just can't keep doing this. Like, now they could go all parabolic. That's what happens, but this is just a funky pattern for MATIC. 1 hour does want to move on you, though, so it's interesting. Like, maybe MATIC goes parabolic. See that? You're in a flag that does want to break out. I have to give it to you. So that's interesting. Does MATIC break back up to about 51 cents from 44? The 1 hour suggests that it is. So it's contrary to Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the MATICBTC chart. And remember, trading those Bitcoin pairs is so crucial and important to understand how to do it and how to figure this out. And look, you got the rising wedge here, but you're overbought. You could get a flip. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. You're oversold there too, though. Says the whole farm's coming down. Interesting. That's called getting normal sleep. Yeah, right. Beginner's course today, every Tuesday from 3 p.m. and the last Saturday of every month, 8 p.m. Learn the language of the charts. 2 hours that are life-changing. Email CryptoLifers@gmail. Yeah, we have class today from 3 to 5 p.m., everybody. Class today from 3 to 5 p.m. It's what I'm saying. If we break 45 cents, we might go parabolic. Look at that volume gap. I see what you're saying. I gotcha. But what I don't like, though, you have rising volume. You're getting extended. You're getting very extended. Right? And look at this. Big picture. Big picture, you're kind of in this wedge, and likely you're going to come down on that one. So you must break above this level here, really, to remain bullish. That's your line that you could bounce. I honestly don't see it happening. I believe it's more likely, based on probability, that the 4 hour takes over and we dump. But anything is possible. All right. Also, something that's not good is you have falling price with rising volume. In the long, like the trend is basically bearish. You see, that's a bearish trend because you're sloping down while the volume's sloping up, and you definitely want to look at your divergences. Super chats. What if we bottom but the recession comes? It's what I'm saying. If we break 40, yeah. A lot of coins are different than Bitcoin today on the Stokes, Ape, ZIL, and AP13, to name a few. Is there an enrollment fee for the beginner's class? It's $99 to jump into the beginner's course. $99. But if you pay for the year right now, for the Discord, For $900 for the year, we're also going to throw in the beginner's course, which is a 2.5 course with me today from 3 to 5:30 every Tuesday, Eastern Standard Time. Jump into the course, change your life forever. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people said it was the beginning of the change of their life, like nothing was the same after they took that course. And I believe it because we put so much effort into that course. Super, super important. Check out the 8-hour on Bitcoin. It looks horrible, dude. I've been looking at the 8-hour. It looks absolutely horrible. Yeah, I mean, look, and Zilliqua gave up all the gains back. Nice pump, but gave back all the gains. Let's take a look at BUSD on Coinbase. 8-hour looks horrible, man, if I'm correct, I haven't looked at it. I don't even use it. I'd have to add it now. The 8-hour. Add, and then you have to start on top of that. So you can add it, and then because one day I was adding, I was like, where is it? Yeah, the 8-hour wants to dump City. Like, it's in a rising wedge, and it just looks horrible. Yeah. And the last time the 8-hour was high like this and looked anything like this, right? But the only thing was we were at a high volume. No, but yeah, look, we were in look, this kind of looks very similar. Look, you were in this rising wedge. We short squeeze people to the upside, and then we would dump to the downside. Patience pays, man. The 4-hour, the patience is going to pay off in the long run. 4-hour trade to the down, Love your channel, Lifer. Seemed like such a humble, smart man. Much love. Thank you, Camille Flint, dude. That's very nice of you to say. Very nice of you to say. Yes, David, API 3 has ripped a few times. It's a pretty cool coin, too. Appreciate it, Lifer. Thank you. Anytime, Funky Music. I was on a long on MATIC last night at 0.4, 0.15. Moved my stop loss up and got stopped out with 8% profit. Nice job, man. I love when people take care of the risk management properly. Super chats, what if we bought them and the recession comes? AVE3L. Interesting. Shout out to Zero Allegiance. I mean, that's a question of questions. Look at the 8-hour. Looks absolutely horrible for Bitcoin as well. And look, you have rising price with falling volume. That's not good. That's a bearish symbol. Like when the price is rising up, but the volume's dropping, it means you do not have the buyers. You're running out of buyers, and you can't. And this is resistance here that you can't get above 22,597. You got rejected by 21,500. The 7 minutes, the only thing giving you a little pump right now. It's kind of the residual of the last piece of the fool traders that just aren't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So just something to think about. All right. Daily is bullish. I'll give that to anybody that wants to take. The daily is bullish. And it's been looking nice. And we did have a bullish engulfing candle here on the daily time frame. And I'm accumulating Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong. As I'm like, hedging a short again. But I am accumulating Bitcoin on the bigger time frame. And we did show you the weekly. How do I make money? What do I do? I'm going to teach you in the beginner's course. If you want to jump on in, it's $99. It's today. You'll love it. Learn the language of the charts if you're new and you're just starting jumping into the stream today. All right. So again, and we go back to my 7-minute idea and why I'm watching the 7-minute. You see how the 7-minute can kind of show you the way? And look, that's definitely, it fell out. We could try to say it's in like this falling wedge flag now, but to me, it fell out of the pattern. It fell out, and that's it. It is what it is, It is what it is. See? Could make a wedge out. What you want to do is just see it kind of play games, make another weird pattern, and just continue to the downside. But there's this Hail Mary right there. Bitcoin could throw a Hail Mary right now. Anything could happen. So I'm always open-minded. The measured move of that Hail Mary would be 22,000. So let's take a look at AVE3L on KuCoin. I mean, that looks just like BTC in this flag, like it wants to pump. I see what you're saying here. Interesting. It looks like Bitcoin, but not so much. Like it's in that flag, but to me it went parabolic. See, Bitcoin didn't do this. Bitcoin's still kind of trapped in a pattern. Aave broke out of the pattern clearly. You see that is trying to flag out here with the Bitcoin flag that Bitcoin's doing. However, it's very correlated to Bitcoin. When I see Bitcoin dump, it's very likely that Aave dumps too as well. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. It's actually not as overbought as Bitcoin is, which is interesting, right? So you do see a little decoupling, and that's why we're going to go over to Bitcoin dominance, and we're going to break it down. Usually on the show, we go over Bitcoin dominance, total 2, and the Dow Jones in the morning. However, we had a new crowd here. We were going over a bunch of different coins, and I kind of got off topic for the day. I'm like, it's the first day of summer, right? First day of summer, and, I'm not always perfect. But normally, I'm going to go over those assets every single day to kind of look at the world market. I looked at them last night. The Dow was very, very bullish, so I had a pretty good feeling about the morning, at least. Yeah, Aave could pump out of this on the 15-minute. There could be a move. It does have a little bit more of a bullish template than Bitcoin. 35.87% gains possibly coming for Aave. It's quite interesting. All right. It's quite interesting. Am I going to trade that? I'm watching Bitcoin closely. Very wary of what it could be doing, you know. NKN in this nice little flag too now. Okay. Could make just a quick little move out of this bull pennant. I like NKN. It likes to pump kind of on its own, do its own thing. Quiet coin on the low. NKN. We're going to take a look at the show now. We're going to take a look at, number one, I want to see the hottest coin today. It's the hottest coin right now. Aave3L did an amazing pump, like in the last 3-4 hours. Unreal. Uni3L did a nice pump. Phantom 3L. Trying to get back the legs, too. Waves. I'm just super impressed by Waves. Like, look at that. Just continuing to go to the upside. Up an amazing, and Waves is always the one that starts to pump whenever we get out of a bear market. It did it last time. I'll tell you, it's the first coin to pump out of a bear market. It did it last time. It's doing it again. I traded Waves for, Waves is a beautiful coin. I've done a really, really well with Waves. I really like Waves. It's what I'm saying. If we break 45 cents, oh, no. If you only knew the magnificence of the 369, then you would have the key to the universe, Tesla. Thoughts on the 369 timeframes? I absolutely love the 369, and I know the beginning of the 369. But honestly, in trading the 3-minute, the 6-minute, and the 9-minute, I mean, they're so close that you get tandem behavior. So you kind of need a bigger range. I don't mind the 3-month chart, the 6-month chart, and the 9-month chart. Now you're talking, you know. Super chats on the 369 timeframes. Shout out to John Kubiak. Oh, that was John. I didn't even know that was you, John. I didn't see the name, dude. I just read the super chat immediately. Funny that you would answer. You would say that. I mean, I've never dealt with the 369 timeframes. You know what I'm saying? Chance there could be some type of interpretation there. Maybe the 3-day, the 9-day, and the 6-day. That's kind of getting me excited a little bit. Like zooming out a little bit. Or the 3-week, the 3-hour, the 6-hour, and the 9-hour. That gets me a little excited. The minute time frame might be, might be a little tight. Oh, you didn't ask for the time frame, but you asked for the 369 time frames. It's interesting. Now, yeah, I'd have to divulge another math equation with that. Like, do we do something with 24 hours? See, I do it more like 4 times 6 is 6, the 6-hour, and then I like the 4-hour time frame. But then I like the 15-minute because 4 and 1. I like dividing it by 4s personally for whatever reason. But yeah. Thank you for that comment. That's amazing. Now I'm afraid to short. It looks juicy on short some alts right now. It looks juicy to, yeah. No shorts played out last night. Exactly. Lifer problem is the same bearish div happened last night, but it didn't play out. I agree. Wasn't that strong in a bigger time frame, but I agree with you. It started to play out, but you had to have the point of control, man. If you knew the point of control, then you would have seen why it didn't play out. You get what I mean? Like, so. And where's my man who asked about SHIB every day? Tori, right? It was like, you know what? I want that SHIB, bro. SHIB up huge, 1045 and making a big move there. But again, see, even yesterday, we were weary on the 4-hour. So we got a pump. But honestly, it could be an entice pump. They do these enticement pumps to get everyone excited, and then the short's happening. Like, I'm overbought on the 4-hour, man. I'm high on the RSI. Like, to me, it's like I'm stubborn, man. I'm still somewhat bearish. Just like this is starting to happen, I believe this is going to happen. This is what you should see eventually for BTC. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Look, we said it was in a rising wedge would drop down. It struggled and did drop on out. 4 hours pretty spent. And to me, it's kind of in this like bear flag, right? Little unhealthy, man. John, send me pictures of Montana, man. I was waiting for them all night. And that could dump to the downside if that dumps, right? Why does Bitcoin dominance dump? It dumps for 2 reasons. When people sell their alts for Bitcoin and Bitcoin pumps hard, or when Bitcoin dumps hard, okay? So remember, our old trick is to juxtapose this with the tether dominance. And this is going to tell us whether they're short or long the market, all right? Look at Max Arrow. I keep telling you guys to remind me of Max Arrow. It did pump out of that channel. Nobody reminded me. Come on now. Someone better remind me of MXW at the end of this little thing. All right? It's funny. I keep asking to get reminded by MXW every single day. Tom Crypto, +1. I'm wimping out right now. But the Sol 3S is the best setup on the charts at the moment, in my opinion. It really is, man, comparatively, you know. Comp, please, larger time frames. We'll take a look at comp on JetIM, man. Love you, Jedi. Thanks for jumping on in, dude. Thank you for the 605 lifer likes. You guys are the best. That's amazing. Okay, so the one thing we want to look at here is Bitcoin. No, there was something we want to talk about. Oh, yeah, U.S. Tether dominance. I got it. I got it over here. So we're going to juxtapose this on the same time frame, on the 4-hour, okay? And you want to see, you know, you technically want to see this in a bit of a flag pump it to the upside. And if that's the case, it's just likely these shorts are going to pump, you know? And I mean, like, there it is. And it would be great. We could make a double top, then the daily could kick in, the 4-hour get overbought, and then that would be our bottom, okay? So this tells me you still more likely we're going to see a short. Why is Bitcoin dominance going to dump while Tether is going to pump? It tells me Bitcoin's going down, okay? Oregon is where the lush green start. Over 600 likes. That's real, man. Shout out to Finbook, dude. You're the man, dude. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you here on my live. Thank you for each and every one of you coming. Thank you for all the likes that you hit. God, thank you for all the awesome blessings you've given me this life already. It's only 12 o'clock today, and I already feel so blessed. Thank you for everything you've given me in this life. Amen, 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 amen. Wow, guys. Thank you so much. Let's look at comp on different time frames like my man is asking about. Comp. Rev, getting a little more, man. Rev you, baby. Rev you. Can you do it, baby? Can you do it for the love, baby? And it's getting spent on the 15-minute. Be wary of it. Nice 2% gains, though. Comp on the larger time frames. Let's take a look at comp on the larger time frames. And we're going to look at it on Binance. That's where you're going to have like the most information. The USD chart, I guess, here. Now, look. On this right here on this, you're at a high volume node getting rejected, so it's likely you're going to come bounce here. You could come all the way back to this resistance too. There's no guarantees that you could come all the way back down here. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. All right, and the 1 hour is oversold and wants to bounce too. Interesting. But the 4 hours spent and tells you that you got to come to this white line, and like we all know that, like. It's just very weird, you know? So even if you stay bullish and the 1 hour does some fun stuff, to me, you got to wait till you hit this line. It's got to go sideways. It could even make a falling wedge and come and do, and do both. Kill two birds with one stone, or which is kind of I always try to not use that violence in any type of allegorical metaphor. Is that what that is? Right? I made that up. I don't know. But it sounds like an allegorical metaphor because there's a bit of a story in there. You're killing two birds with a stone, and there's a lot going on, you know. Anyway, look at waves just might continue. In a bull flag, it just might literally decide it's going to rip even more to the upside. You are chasing at this point. I don't like to chase. I'll be honest with you. I would never do it. But, there's gain. I just want to show you that there's possibilities for more gains here on just the 7-minute time frame alone. 15% gains to the measured move. It does touch the 21. It's right in the sweet spot, and you're low. Volume's kind of falling off with falling price too, giving you a reversal after you had your kind of monumental move there. Take care, everyone. Have an awesome day. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Shout out to Grace Protocol in the house. Shout out to all my moderators, Dave Kendall, Grace Protocol, Stack McChange, CMAS, and everyone that helped produce the show today. Love learning, and all my awesome people. Thank you for being here. I greatly, 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 greatly appreciate it. Larger time frames for comp. Let's take a look at the weekly, and it's showing you that it's probably a good time to accumulate. Comp, look, it got banged down. Look at that. I mean, it's like the lowest it's ever been in its life. It's at a bottom of bottoms. It wasn't even this low when it first came on the scene. Interesting. So it's in a falling wedge. Eventually wants to break on out. A lot of coins are just beat to the ground. Even comp, which had a great project and has been around and never really had any real issues too as well. You get some slight bullish divergence there. That's getting flat on the RSI. But you have falling volume and falling price suggests that you will get a reversal at one point. This is a substantial project with a great team, and it's been around a long time. I truly believe comp will eventually come back, but when, how, and which way, is the question. Right now, I just showed you that dominance doesn't look too good. But look, there's a 7x for comp. Things like this I like to DCA into if I believe in the project, but you must believe in the project. You know, if you don't believe in the project, so, you know. I DCA into Bitcoin right now. That's my plan. And then I take a few swing trades every couple of days, and that's what I'm doing. How does Bitcoin drop below constitutional public debt injected permanently into Bitcoin till it's paid off by silver and gold U.S. coins? Pure constitutional rights and privilege. Public debt can't be questioned. I have no idea, man. You know more than me and all that. Look, Bitcoin in the 1 minute. It's about to pump. Oh, come on, man. Don't do that 1 minute stuff. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that, you know. Don't do that stuff on my channel with the 1 minute, you know. Don't come here saying the 1 minute's pumping. 7 minute continuing to regurgitate to the downside. I love it. I don't know why I love it, but look, there's your shoulder, your head and your shoulder, and that's making its move. That's a head and shoulder to the downside. You can tell I still didn't close a couple shorts, you know. So, what am I gonna say over here? Hey, I never panic selling. So hey, I'm back in the monies over here. Hey. So look, 21,379. We got a bunch of. We broke this node. And that's telling you we're probably going to come back to this area of heavy volume. When you break a bigger volume, you don't see one bigger. You're usually going to go to the bigger volume down here. Okay. And don't worry, I will have Bookmap. I feel naked without Bookmap today. First, now I realize how much I love and need Bookmap now that I don't have it. So I'll make sure I talk to Bruce today. I'll send him an email. We'll get on it. All right. But look, what do I see happening for Bitcoin as I can? The 7 minute may bounce back. It's getting oversold, right? You're going to get a bit of a bounce on the 7 minute time frame. Let's get rid of this crazy projection that we had. But look, that told us quickly in an hour that we weren't going to make a flag. Had that stayed in a flag, you'd be surprised. I've seen it many times. You would have been like, wow, chance we actually continue to pump, right? So this rising wedge gave it up like it was supposed to, all right? And now the 7 minute is going to attempt to basically break like that support. And if it can, it's going to continue to dump. 15 minute is still has way more to dump, probably to here or here. And the 1 hour is just getting started with this dump. All right, you do have that candle trying to buy it in. And the 4 hour, to me, is just getting started with the dump too. Like, it's just beginning its dump. It's overbought. It's in a rising wedge. The only thing saving your butt right now is these high volume nodes on the VRVP. So, and one is at 21,119 and another is at about 20,658. So, bulls must hold this level. If they hold this level, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. So, why do I have this secondary flat line here? It just look up, down, up, down, up. That's another level we may hit. That's why I want to keep it there. If I delete it, I take it away, right? Then we might bounce off that area. And honestly, you know what it is? It's the high volume node anyway, so I guess I won't really need it. But it's nice to have that confluence, right? So we should get a bounce right here at this area in that high volume node and in this section to remain bullish. We break through here, look for a bearish retest, try to get back in and then short continue. Or if you open up a short and you break through here, just continue the short. You know, technically not the place to kind of make a decision. That's going to place to actually open or close it. That's going to be where I close or decide to wait on a trade, you know? All right. So here's my idea for Bitcoin. What do I see happening right now? I believe it's headed more to the downside based on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Yesterday we said the same thing and it did that, but then last night before I went to bed, I did show an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 hour, and the 1 hour threw a Hail Mary to the upside. They're pinning the 4 hour, which usually means a lot of people are still trying to short, and we have liquidations that could get taken away. So stay tuned for more. I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. If you're in my trading group and you're struggling, you don't know how to set notifications, or you're not sure what's going on, then I highly suggest that you email CryptoLifers@gmail. Jump on into CryptoLifers@gmail. It'll change the way you look at it. I'm telling you right now, it'll be amazing. Yeah. All right. All right. And I get itchy nose. It's pollen all day long. And we're getting a bounce back up here. Look, and we are holding this support zone. Right there. Resistance, resistance. Bounce off support. Okay. Watch your 7 minutes. See how high I can get. Or if we just get rejected and continue this downtrend. 7 minute will teach you a lot of information about what's happening. Okay. And it'll give you, like, it'll basically tell you what's about to happen. you know, if you stay with it and get to know it really well. Okay. And I'll be looking for the next hot trade. We got GMT 3L last night. I'll be looking for the next hot trade. Okay, everybody. And if you want to join and learn, because this, honestly, one last thing I got to say, and I'm going to be saying it every day here. It took me 4 years to get a really good handle over cryptocurrency and technical analysis. 4 years. And I'm still learning, and I'm still going after it every single day. You have less than 2 years till the next halving, which is in 2024 in May area. And by that time, if you waste and wait, if you just do it half right now, in the next 2 years, you're going to get maybe 4 or 5 months under your belt. And then the halving's going to come. Bitcoin's going to start to move. The whole market's going to feel electric. And there's an emotion there too. And you might get caught off guard. You will get caught off guard. It's very likely. So the point is to join the trading groups now. I don't care what trading group you join, mine or anyone else's, but join a trading group. Get the education now. You have 2 years to change your life. I'm telling you, you don't have much time. Like, you may think you do, and I'm not trying to scare you, but it's time to take your life by storm. That halving will come. Things will change. We'll run into another bull run, and you want to be there for that move. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Peace. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I didn't miss any super chats or anything. I hope we did okay. And we'll be back tomorrow for the next live stream at 10 a.m. Thursday. Remember, today is class. You can still sign up for class if you email CryptoLifers@gmail. You can still sign up for class if you email CryptoLifers@gmail. Right there to this amazing course. You will absolutely love it. It is today, just for 2.5 hours. You're going to be able to see so much more about the charts, and it's going to break it down. Look at this shoulder, head, possible right shoulder there. What is the measured move there? If that head and shoulder breaks to the upside, let me show you what I'm seeing. It's about seeing things that other people don't see and then using them to your advantage. That's what TA is all about. All right. So you have a shoulder, you have a head, and you're making a right shoulder here. And there's a chance that, you got a slanted neckline, but there's a chance that will break to the upside. Like that, and break out of this rising wedge. That's crazy. Crazy. 7 minute. Let's see what it does for a move. I've seen the 7 minute make huge scalps in my life, which is crazy. Look, we just got a kind of a volume, a volume spike too. So you're watching the 7 minute. It's kind of a cup and handle too. Look at that. Sabby cup and handle. Are you kidding me? No. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Sabby cup and handle to the upside. There's your cup. There's your handle. Wow. That will probably coincide. A lot of times I take that measured move and it hits the exact measured move of the, inverted head and shoulder or close to it. So something to watch. This is my wacky TA that makes no sense, but it is an inverted head and shoulder with a cup and handle inside and emerging. And this is starting to move right now. All right. 20,500. You did get out of this high volume. You got away from the older one, the high volume area. See these ones down here, and you broke through that one too. That was a big deal once you got above that at 20,000, 21,000. So we shall see, man. Bitcoin was just 17K. Now it's 21K. It's up 25% in a couple days. Did you buy the dip? Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next live stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. All right, everyone, I have to finish something for my team that I forgot to do. Oh, I didn't realize I left the image up. Anyway, I was just looking at Bitcoin here real quick. Here's a fast Bitcoin update right before we get out of here. So we had this high volume area here where we bounced from. We had to get through here. Then we had to get through there. We did. We bounced. This is such an area of support. If we hold support here, a nice long is in play. And alts could make a huge move despite where that 4-hour is. So, and look, I looked at this shoulder, head and shoulder. Let me clean it up a little bit and make it a little neater here. But that is a left shoulder, followed by a head, and a right shoulder too, right there. And boom, this thing starts to make a move to the upside. I took the measured move of that to the neckline, and that would bring me to about 22,380. I then took the measured move of this little emerging cup and handle inside, and that would bring me to about 22,124. So just something to think about. This is some more, you won't see this TA everywhere, but it's something I'm seeing here, and it's there's some chances here we could get a move to the upside. We also see the 1 hour pushing in the 4 hour, so you want to, but I'm just something I'm looking at on the chart for Bitcoin for the day. So what we want to see is we don't want to get above, we want to get rejected basically by this node, and we don't want to get out of this pattern, and we want to see the short continue to the downside if you're shorting the market. If you're longing, you'd like to see this kind of make a move, and then you want to see a 4 hour candle close above this high volume node at about 21,500 area really, and that would give you more of a confirmation move that you would go to the upside. Thank you for being here, everyone who stayed at the very end. I really appreciate it. You got this extra little gem. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Be safe.